All Cubs triples and saves are sponsored by Great Lakes Credit Union, Chicago's credit union. Join GLCU's mission of banking for a greater good at glcu.org. This is the Cubs Radio pregame show, driven by your Chicagoland, Northwest Indiana, Buick, and GMC dealers. I'm Judson Richards. Cubs and the Braves coming your way here shortly from Truist Park in Atlanta. Time now to check on who's hot and who's cold. Sponsored by Plumbers 911, Plumbing Emergency. Call the professionals, available 24/7 at 1-833-PLUM-911. Let's begin with who is hot. Pico Armstrong hitting .364 in his last 4 games. He is in the lineup tonight against the lefty Chris Sale. Who is cold? Michael Busch hitting just .179 in his last 12 games. Now, Busch is not in the starting lineup. Carlos Santana will be starting at first base this evening. Time now for the injury report, sponsored by Illinois Bone and Joint Institute. Visit ibji.com for locations and services. Matt Shaw was scratched from the lineup tonight for personal reasons. Willie Castro is at third base and batting 8th. The Cubs reinstate Jamison Todd from the 15-day IL. Ethan Roberts was optioned back to AAA Iowa. Tyon, the starter tonight for the Cubs against Sale. Coming up next, it's our Cubs conversation with Nico Horner. You're listening to The Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs Talk middays 10 to 2 on Rahimi and Harris with Mark Grody on The Score, official radio home of the Cubs.
If you're looking for the opportunity to succeed, the Village of New Lenox offers extraordinary schools, healthcare, and a growing community with a wonderful quality of life. Join the 100-plus businesses that have opened in New Lenox in the last 2 years. And they have more room to grow, whether retail, office, commercial, healthcare, or hospitality. New Lenox is located at the crossroads of I-355, I-80, I-55, and I-57, making it easy to get to and a place you won't want to leave. New Lenox, nothing short of extraordinary.
This is the take care of my family goal. This is the enjoy the life I've built goal. This is the set up a foundation goal. This is Busey, where your goals become lasting legacies. Through bespoke plans that maximize your wealth, through partnerships that give you peace of mind. Because building wealth, tending to it, and passing it down secures a brighter future. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Member FDIC.
The clearance event is going on now at American Sale. Save up to 70% on pools, patio sets, and more. The clearance event, only at American Sale. Bring the fun home.
Today's Tito's Handmade Vodka Canine of the game is Max, a 13-year-old Australian Shepherd from Elk Grove Village. If our team strikes out 9 players, Tino's will make a $100 donation to Anti-Cruelty Chicago. This is the Cubs Radio pregame show, driven by your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Buick and GMC dealers. Judson Richards along with you. Cubs and the Braves coming up here shortly, but it is now time for our Cubs conversation. Here's Zach.
Judson here with Nico Horner. When I say Anthony Rizzo, what do you think of?
I think of Chicago. I think of him coming full circle and being back with the Cubs is very telling, because I think he just embraced in the best way what it means to be a Chicago athlete and connect with the fans and create joy both for his teammates and for the people that love the team on the outside. And just so happy for him that he gets to be reconnected with the organization.
When you first came up and joined the Cubs, do you remember your initial interaction with him, or was it before that?
I wasn't in big league spring training, but he made a good effort to talk to me and just make me feel included in the best way he could. I remember I was backing up like every game in spring training, and since I wasn't in big league camp, I didn't have any of the equipment or anything, and he was all over Danny Mueller, making sure I at least got a sweatshirt from big league camp. And so it was in a humorous way, but also meant a lot just that he, wanted to take care of me and gave me that time and attention.
Early on, his locker at Wrigley was next to where you are now, next to Happer.
Yeah, same locker.
Was that on purpose?
Yeah, when I got called up, the September call-ups, the locker room expands a bit, and Ian and Riz had a locker in between them, as veterans do, empty. And so then I came in with my annoying self and filled in the space between them. And they were good hosts, but made it clear not to let my stuff cross the lines into their space. But yeah, when Riz moved on, he did, kind of intentionally leave that space for me, and it's cool to have his locker now for sure.
What's your Anthony Rizzo story that you can share? Remember, we're on the radio.
Yeah. I guess he he obviously took himself seriously as an athlete, but the way he handled, adversity and struggles that all of us players go through is something that I think often brought light to situations and, allowed people to laugh along the way as we, give our best efforts. And, you're going to come short at times in baseball, but I felt like he always did a good job of bringing people together and bringing humor to situations.
Have you allowed yourself to think of what it would be like to accomplish what he did, what that group that he was with did in 2016?
Yeah, I was definitely reflecting on that, and it's definitely emotional, even as someone who was not a part of those groups, but just to watch the World Series celebrations and the parades around Chicago and the joy that created for the entire city and for everybody involved, and knowing that as a team that's hopefully headed towards the playoffs, we have the opportunity to do that is an incredible thing. I think another part of his story that's particularly important is just his being with the team from when the team wasn't at their best all the way through it. And I think that's about the coolest thing you can do as an athlete is to be somewhere from the start as a building block and take it all the way through to the absolute highest level. And, he did that and then some.
Nico, thank you so much. Really appreciate the time.
Yeah, anytime, of course.
That's Nico Horner. Judson, back to you.
Zach, thank you. Get ready, Cubs fans. On Sunday, September 21st, Cubs Charities is hosting the 20th annual Race to Wrigley 5K charity run presented by AbbVie, live at Wrigley Field and virtually. Don't miss your chance to be a part of this annual Wrigleyville event. Sign up now at racetorwrigley.com. Up next, it's the Manager Show. This is The Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Listen to every Cubs game right here on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Listen up, football fans. You won't want to miss this.
Right now, new Bet365 customers bet $5 and get $300 in bonus bets, win or lose. So you could turn that $300 into something bigger when you bet on money lines, spread, totals, player props.
$300 in bonus bets when new customers bet $5. I know where I'm going to bet from now on. Download the app today and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Illinois. TNCs apply. In-app only.
Is your business's pavement showing signs of wear and tear? Patriot Pavement Maintenance specializes in simplifying pavement maintenance and construction for industrial, commercial, and educational clients throughout Illinois. Based in Wheeling with over 30 years of experience, they provide asphalt paving, seal coating, concrete repair, and non-toxic solutions to protect and enhance your surfaces. Call 847-813-9034 or visit patriotpavement.net for a proposal. Patriot Pavement Maintenance. Pavement maintenance and construction made simple. patriotpavement.net.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Surround yourself in color with Regal Select from Benjamin Moore. Rich, durable, and effortlessly beautiful. Find yours at your locally owned retailer. Visit BenjaminMoore.com today.
Cubs and the Braves coming up here in just about 15 minutes. Judson Richards along with you. The Cubs drop game 1. They win game 2. They'll go for the series win tonight in game 3. Before we get to the Manager Show, let's pause 10 seconds, allow stations to identify themselves. This is The Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs Talk on Rahimi and Harris with me, Mark Grody, 10 a.m. to 2 on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network. WSCR Chicago, WBMX HD2 Chicago.
Time now to hear from Manager Craig Counsell, sponsored by the Village of New Lenox, leading the way in residential and economic development. Here's Counsell earlier today on the news of Anthony Rizzo retiring as a Cub and what he's meant to the organization.
He was a great player. I think he was certainly at the center of the great Cub teams and deserves this recognition, and I'm happy that it could happen for him. I mean, he was a great defender, had great instincts, just like on base, good hitter, power. So he kind of delivered it all. And he was that's why he was on great teams. He was at the center of them.
We'll check the baseball scoreboard coming up next. This is the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans, it's Matthew Boyd. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
The President's Cup is coming to Medina Country Club September 22nd through 27th, 2026. Join us as the top U.S. and international PGA Tour players compete for their country. Tickets are on sale now at presidentscup.com.
Hey, it's David Hoffer, Chef IQ. You know the feeling when you're about to cut into a juicy steak and hope it tastes as perfect as it looks? That sounds delicious. Worry no more. The Chef IQ Sense is a wireless cooking thermometer that eliminates undercooking or overcooking your chicken, fish, or meat, whether on a stovetop, oven, or grill. The probe is inserted into your food, connected wirelessly to an app. Once you select your desired doneness, the app alerts you when to take the steaks off the grill or the turkey out of the oven. It's that simple. Order one now on chefiq.com. That's chefiq.com.
From the warehouse to the work site, Fitzgerald Equipment keeps Illinois and Wisconsin businesses moving with forklifts, rentals, and expert service featuring Heli forklifts built to go the distance. Visit FitzgeraldEquipment.com. Trusted equipment powered by Heli. Fitzgerald Equipment. Material handling handled. Proud partner of Cubs Radio.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just one cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here. Based on analysis by Ookla of speed test intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing at $20 a monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at cmobile.com.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments, including pills, chews, and more, 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
BC Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Proud to be the official bank of the Fighting Illini. Member FDIC.
Cubs go for a series win tonight in Atlanta. Coming your way in just minutes. I'm Judson Richards. Time now for Who Are You Banking On? Sponsored by Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. I'm banking on Carlos Santana to get his first hit as a Cub tonight. Santana hitting 5th and playing first base. Our pitching matchup, sponsored by Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha. Enjoy the laid-back experience of Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha. Left-hander Chris Sale goes for the Braves tonight, a name we're certainly familiar with here in Chicago. Sale is 5-4 with a 2.38 ERA. As for the Cubs, starter Jameson Taillon is on the bump, and Taillon is 9-6 with a 4.15 ERA. Time now for the Round Baseball Scoreboard, sponsored by Great Clips. It's going to be great. Around the NL Central, the Brewers fall to the Rangers earlier today with a final of 6-3. The Reds are in San Diego to face the Padres. That's a 7:40 start time. Mariners host the Cardinals at 8:40. By the way, speaking of the Padres, let's take a look at the standings currently. The Cubs, as we know, trailing in the NL Central by a wide margin. The Cubs have trimmed it to 6. They're down to 6 games back, and the Milwaukee Brewers still a ways to go there. More importantly, perhaps for the Cubs, is where they stand in the wild card race. Again, there are 3 wild card teams. The one in the top spot is the one who gets to host a 3-game series. There's no traveling in that wild card round. It is just best of 3 at your place. Whoever ends up hosting the Cubs do have that top spot in the wild card. They are 6 games up overall, but just 3 games up on the San Diego Padres. Let's go now to Truist Park for the national anthem.
What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous wise, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof upon us that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, well done by Campbell Middle School, delivering the national anthem from Truist Park in Atlanta. The national anthem sponsored by Patriot Pavement Maintenance, simplifying pavement maintenance for industrial, commercial, and educational clients. That will do it for us in the pregame show, but coming up next, it's Zach and Ron. It's the Cubs and the Braves from Atlanta. That's next. You're listening to The Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
This is your home for every pitch of Cubs baseball. We are the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Step up to the plate like a pro with the world's largest sports book at your fingertips. Circa Sports Illinois. It's sports betting the way it should be. With high app limits, low holds, exceptional customer service, and no bet fees. Other books may charge you just to get on the field. But with Circa Sports, you can swing away with every bet. Start betting like a pro from anywhere, anytime in Illinois. Download your new bookie today at circasports.com. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 1-877 Cars for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
The Chef IQ Sense is a wireless cooking thermometer everyone should have. It eliminates under or overcooking your chicken, fish, or meat to achieve perfection. Order one now at chefiq.com. That's chefiq.com.
Cubs fans, Pat Hughes here. Join Ron Coomer, Zach Zaidman, and me for every Cubs game on 670 The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
He drives one in the air, deep left center. Back goes Cruz. It's got a chance. Gone. Home run, Dansby Swanson. High fly ball, deep right field. This ball's got a chance. It is gone for a home run.
And if you live in the Chicago area, also on the free Odyssey app.
This Odyssey Sports broadcast is brought to you by Geico. Switch and save. Get more with Geico.
And now, Odyssey and 670 The Score bring you Chicago Cubs baseball on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Chicago, this is Ian Happ.
Base hit into right. Cubs win the ball game. Ian Happ, a game-winning single.
It's Pete Crow Armstrong.
Gone! 3-run homer, Pete Crow Armstrong.
Hey, it's Kyle Tucker.
Kyle drives one in the air to right field. That ball is gone. It's a 3-run homer.
Yeah, this is what you came here for. You got the Cubs game on the Score.
Chicago Cubs baseball is presented to you in part by Benny's Beverage Depot, Nissan, Benjamin Moore, Hefty Trash Bags, Laturo Tire, James Hardy Building Products, AARP, Sea Glass Wine, Volvo, Sloan, Xfinity. It's not a game, Illinois.com. Your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers, and Yingling, the oldest brewery in America. And now, here's the Hall of Famer, Pat Hughes, and All-Star Ron Coomer, with all the exciting play-by-play action of Chicago Cubs baseball.
Cubs looking to leave Atlanta with a series victory. Hi, everyone. A pleasant good evening to you from Truist Park. It's the finale of the Cubs' 3-game set with the Braves. Alongside Ron Coomer, Zach Zaidman in for Pat tonight. So happy to have you with us. The Braves took the opener Monday night Cubs evened up the series last night, setting up tonight's rubber match. Right-hander Jameson Taillon is back on the mound for the Cubs, fully healed from a groin strain, while all-star left-hander Chris Sale pitches for the Braves. Let's get right to the starting lineup, sponsored by Verizon, the most reliable 5G in Chicago. Greg Council's Cubs enter with a record of 82-63, the top National League wild card team with a 3-game lead over San Diego. Cubs second place in the National League Central at this point in the evening, 6 back of first place Milwaukee. The Brewers, a 6-3 loser in Texas earlier today. Nico Horner is the leadoff man, and he plays second base. Ian Happ in left. The right fielder is Seiya Suzuki. Batting cleanup for the Cubs, catcher Carson Kelly. Carlos Santana at first. The shortstop is Dansby Swanson. Tonight's designated hitter bats seventh, Justin Turner. Willie Castro in the lineup, batting eighth and playing third, a late addition as Matt Shaw was scratched for personal reasons. Pete Crow Armstrong batting ninth, and he's in center field with veteran right-hander Jameson Taillon on the mound. Meantime, for Brian Snitker's Braves, a record of 65-80, fourth place in the National League East. Jurickson Profar is the leadoff man. He's in left. The first baseman is Matt Olson. Ronald Acuna Jr. is in right. The cleanup man is catcher Drake Baldwin. Ha-Seong Kim is the shortstop. The second baseman is Ozzie Albies. Batting seventh for Atlanta, center fielder Michael Harris the second. The designated hitter is Marcell Ozuna. Third baseman Nacho Alvarez Jr. hits ninth with all-star left-hander Chris Sale on the mound. It is a beautiful early evening in Atlanta. Temperature 78 degrees, not a cloud in the sky. The Game Time Temperature sponsored by Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electric, your trusted local experts. First pitch next, Cubs and Braves, the finale of this 3-game series on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans, it's Cade Horton. Listen to Every Game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, I'm ordering dinner. I was thinking burgers.
Boom! I just earned a $650 bonus for opening up a checking account at Old National Bank. Sorry, what'd you say? Burgers?
No, I definitely said 40-ounce dry-aged tomahawk steaks. Yep, with those little sauteed mushrooms.
Earn up to a $650 bonus when you open an eligible checking account and complete qualifying activities. Visit oldnational.com/checking and get old. Member FDIC. Additional restrictions apply. Offer valid through October 31st, 2025.
Here is your Game of the Week, presented by Hyundai. Week 1 of professional football kicked off with a bang, and now we look ahead to Week 2. One matchup to look forward to is when Philadelphia heads into Kansas City for a rematch of last year's big game. Philadelphia will look to reestablish their league dominance, while Kansas City has revenge on their minds for this year's matchup. Which all-star quarterback will be able to lead his team to a big early win this season? What is it that makes the all-new Hyundai Palisade Hybrid an incredible SUV? Is it the spacious interior that's comfy for the whole crew, or the capability to go off-road? Maybe it's up to 600 plus miles of range. What if it's all of that and more? Well, what is it then? The all-new Hyundai Palisade Hybrid. Is it the driver behind the wheel? No. Are you sure? The all-new Hyundai Palisade Hybrid, so much more than just another SUV. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for more details.
Dear Autumn, fall into great value in a new Toyota, like the tough-as-nails Tacoma, the sleek all-hybrid Camry, or the versatile RAV4. Find yours today. Toyota, let's go places.
It's game time. Time to crack open a Yuengling. After 196 years, the wait is over. Yuengling is finally available here in Illinois. Look for it at your favorite power store. Yuengling, the oldest brewery in America. Z-Cubs got a chance to win the series here in Atlanta, which over the years has never been easy. But they got a tough guy to go up against in Chris Sale, who has been very good this year when healthy, and last year the Cy Young Award winner. So J-Mo and the Cubs have the work cut out for him today here in Atlanta.
Sale was 18-3 last year with a 2.38 ERA, had 225 strikeouts in 177 and 2/3 innings last year as he won the National League Cy Young Award in his first year with the Braves. This year, he's fought a 2.38 ERA, 17 starts, 132 strikeouts in 102 innings. He missed nearly 2 months with a fractured rib. This is his third start since coming off the injured list. Last Friday against Seattle, a quality start, 6 2/3 innings, 1 earned run on 4 hits, no walks, 9 strikeouts. What's the key against a guy this talented?
No, when healthy, he's very good. And, he's really, when you're looking at it as a hitter, and we got all right-handed hitters except for Pete, he's a 2-pitch pitcher. And he throws a lot of sliders. He throws more sliders than fastballs. As a right-handed hitter, which there's 8 of them in the Cubs lineup, you better be ready to pull the baseball. His slider's coming into you. Fastball, he moves it around the strike zone some, but it's coming into you as a right-handed hitter. If you think you're going to use the other side of the field a lot against him, probably not going to work out real well. You get that slider and you go to hooking it, and it'll also keep you on a fastball.
The Cubs leadoff man is presented by Binny's Beverage Depot as Nico Horner digs in. Right-handed batter against the left-hander Sale, who works on the third base side of the rubber. He works out of the stretch. High leg kick and pitch. Horner swings, line drive, base hit to left. And with that hit, Binny's Beverage Depot will donate $100 to the Greater Chicago Food Depository. If you can't find it at Binny's, it's probably not worth drinking. And that's exactly what you talked about moments ago. Be aggressive when you step to the plate.
Yeah, he's not going to walk guys. He punches out a ton, as you said, and always has. When you get that fastball coming in or slider in the zone, in or half, whistle it to left field, try to hit it out of the ballpark, but use that pull side to your advantage in this ball game.
Ian Happ at the plate, and he looks at a strike on the inside edge, a fastball from Sale. The home plate umpire tonight is Adam Beck. Scott Berry working first. The crew chief, Dan Isonia at second. C.B. Buckner manning third. Horner at first, being held on by Olson. The pitch to Happ is pop foul out of play off to the right. Ian in the hole, 0-2. Sale, 36 years old, 6'6", 180 pounds. Happ on the year with 20 home runs, 66 RBIs. A long set by Sale, and the pitch. Breaking ball low as he missed with the slider, 1-2.
Sale, for the older fans, what did you say, 6'6"? He's probably the closest thing we've had in baseball to Randy Johnson, right? Big, tall, big wingspan, 3/4 delivery, fastball, slider, same thing as Randy until he came up with the split.
Breaking ball tapped foul off to the left by Happ, 1-2.
And, it's John. The one thing on Sale is through his career, he's had better command than Randy Johnson did. Randy early in his career did not have good command, but created that as he stayed in the league longer and longer. And huge strikeout numbers always with his stuff. Great stuff.
Warner at first. Here's the 1-2 to Happ. A swing and a miss. Strike 3. Got him with the slider. 1 away.
We talked about the strikeout number, and, you get behind this guy, and he adds and subtracts a little bit with that breaking ball velocity-wise. And, he does that first heater in on Ian right on the inside corner. Sometimes when a guy this good makes his pitches, he's just tough to hit.
On 1 out for the Cubs. Seiya Suzuki at the plate. Right-handed batter. The lefty Sale delivers. And he misses high and inside with a fastball. 1-0. Sale in his career making his 5th start against the Cubs. In the previous 4, 3-1 with a 1.00 ERA. Now the 1-0. Inside to Suzuki. 2 balls, no strikes. Seiya on the year hitting at .243. 27 home runs, 90 RBIs. But Seiya has not hit a home run in more than a month. Sale with another long set. The pitch. That's inside. Almost hits Seiya. Has to jump rope out of the way. 3-0. Not the most graceful jump, but again, it's a tough slider to get out of the way.
That slider, it's boring in on your back foot. And I'm kind of surprised that it was even caught by Baldwin behind home plate. That one ended up behind Seiya.
So 3-0 the count. Here's the pitch. That's up high, ball 4. The Cubs with a little something going here in the top half of the first inning. 1 down, men at first and second. A single by Horner to lead things off. Happ struck out, and now Suzuki walks, bringing up the Cubs cleanup man, Carson Kelly.
Yeah, not too often that you see Sale walk a guy. His, strikeout to walk ratio is ridiculously good. You have to hit to beat this guy usually.
Kelly with 16 home runs. Here's the pitch. That's a cold strike, a slider. That starts off outside, like you mentioned, darts across the plate, and just finishes on the inside corner for a right-handed batter.
This should be a good matchup for the Cubs. If Kelly looks to pull all game against Sale, this should be good.
He swings and misses at another slider, 0-2.
He took something off that one. The add and subtract velocity-wise. That one a little slower than about 3 or 4 miles an hour than the one before that. Same location, just a little different velocity.
Warner at second, Suzuki at first, one down, top of the first, just underway, Cubs and Braves. 0-2 the count on Kelly. The pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him with a slider, 2 away.
So far to the right-handed hitters, and that's all we're really going to see. It's add and subtract a little bit with the breaking ball, probably the difference of 4 miles an hour. All inside and all fastballs inside. Nothing away yet.
Now the batter, the switch hitting Carlos Santana. The pitch pulled down the left field line, but it lands just foul for strike 1.
Santana knows he's been in the American League Central where Sale was for a long time with the White Sox, and he knows as soon as you see that slider go up and out, be on the attack as a right-handed hitter because it's going to come back to the zone. That's the one to hit.
2-on-2 out, 0-1 the count on Santana, hitting from the right side against the lefty Sale. The pitch off the outside, 1-1 the count. Santana playing in his 5th game with the Cubs. He's 0 for 10. From the right side, he's got an open stance, hits out of a crouch. Uses a toe tap. Sale looks at second and deals. The 1-1, Santana hits a high fly ball down the right field line, foul territory, and this one lands harmlessly on the side track. Olsen was giving chase. He's got good range from first, but the right fielder, Acuna, was playing deep and had to really chug it. So that's a foul ball, 1-2. The finale of a 3-game set between the Cubs and Braves. 2-on-2 out, 1-2 the count. Santana waits. Sale works his motion and deals. Called strike 3. A slider right at the bottom of the zone. And Sale works into and out of a jam here in the top half of the first as the Cubs leave 2. We head to the last of the first. No score. Cubs and Braves on the Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs Talk with Spiegel and Holmes on your ride home. Afternoons 2 to 6 on the Score.
Hey, folks. Coom here. Since teaming up with the fine folks at Yuengling Beer, I've heard this question a lot. Ron, how has Yuengling managed to be around for 196 years? Well, it comes down to one thing. They brew great beer. Simple as that. It takes real quality to become the oldest brewery in America, and Yuengling's been doing it right since 1829. Whether it's traditional lager, light lager, Flight by Yuengling, they all have the same commitment to flavor and craftsmanship. Yuengling, the oldest brewery in America, official beer of the Cubs Radio Network, DG Yuengling & Sons, Pottsville, PA.
Change is always happening, but no matter what changes in 5 years, there's one thing that will stay the same: the price of your internet. With the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee, you get 5 years of the most reliable Wi-Fi with our best equipment included for a price that stays exactly the same. Restrictions apply. New residential customers only. Taxes and fees extra and subject to change. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA. Fixed Broadband Experience Report, August 2024.
This Bosch 2-in-1 impact driver rules.
Oh, yeah!
That couldn't have been.
Macho Man Randy Savage indeed, yeah. AKA, you're in a Bosch. I'm a macho manifestation of that feeling you get when you use that 2-in-1 impact driver.
Oh, yeah?
Nah, say it with your chest, brother. Oh, yeah!
Oh, yeah!
We'll work on that. The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a
gosh.
Car accident, call DNW right now. Slip and fall, call DNW right now. Any accident at all, call DNW Law right now. Don't hesitate. Call the 8s, 312-888-8888.
33-year-old right-hander Jameson Taillon back on the mound for the Cubs. 9-6 this season with a 4.15 ERA in 19 starts, just off the injured list. Jerickson Profar leading things off for Atlanta, and he looks at a strike, a fastball right down the middle, 0-1. Taillon pitching in his first game since August 24th as he rocks back and deals. Profar looks at a ball high and outside, 1-1. He missed time with a left groin strain. This after making 2 starts following nearly 2 months off with a calf injury. The 1-1 delivery by Taillon is outside, 2-1. But when he's been out there, Taillon has been effective.
Yeah, he has been. And unfortunately for the Cubs, that's, he's had the calf and then the groin issue. They need him to be healthy now the rest of the way.
Profar fouls it back just below us, out of play, 2-2.
If J-Mo can keep his legs healthy, and that's a question mark right now, because he's had some issues and, it just gets tougher, but if he does, boy, it's a big boost for the Cubs. He can be very effective. He knows what he's doing on the mound.
Profar swings and misses, strike 3. Taillon fooled him with a changeup, 1 away.
High changeup there, not exactly where he wanted that pitch, but it worked, still effective. Top of the zone, that's, the thing about the high pitch. If you chase the high pitch, it's just tough to hit no matter what. Ball on the outside corner, but at the top of the zone.
Now Matt Olson digs in. Left-handed slugger with 23 home runs, hitting at 270. Taillon, the high leg kick and pitch. That's off the outside, missed with a fastball, 1-0. J-Mo has allowed 3 runs or fewer in 15 of his 19 starts this season.
Yeah, that's my point. He keeps you in the game. It really doesn't matter who the opponent is. He's going to give you a great start. He knows what he's doing. He's got good command. And that's what playoff baseball is about, right? Is understanding, how to get big league hitters out. It doesn't always have to be, posting huge strikeout numbers.
Olson swings and misses, the count 2-1.
Although that last fastball is pretty good. He just threw that one past Olson. Yeah, but, I really enjoy watching J-Mo pitch. He knows what he's doing. It's fun to watch a guy that understands his craft like he does.
The 2-1 delivery, that's high and outside. 3-1 now on Olson. I could have misheard you, but as a former hitter, did I just hear you compliment a pitcher?
Yeah, I did. It doesn't happen often. That just tells you the respect I have for J-Mo.
That's high praise. That pitch is a called strike, a curveball.
Well, I spent a whole lifetime trying to hit these guys. That's the problem.
Wait until I tell Taillon this after the game. I'm mystified. Here comes the payoff pitch. Olson swings and fouls it back out of play. In Taillon's previous 2 starts prior to the groin strain, he was lights out. Here comes the 3-2. Olson swings, bounces one foul off to the right, so they'll do it again. In Anaheim on August 24th against the Angels, went 5 innings in that game, gave up just 1 run on 3 hits. Then the groin became an issue, so they pulled him out of the game. Before that, a quality start against Milwaukee, 1 run on 5 hits in 6 innings. 3-2 the count with Olson at the plate. Taillon works his motion and deals. Line foul on a play off to the left. Olson putting up a pretty good battle here.
He was way tardy on that one. Hit that one over the Cubs dugout the other way.
Now the 3-2. That one misses off the outside. A fastball. It's ball 4, and Olson with a 1-out walk for the Braves here in the bottom of the first. Scoreless game, the rubber match between these two.
Try to stay away from Olson the entire at-bat, whether it be fastball, breaking ball, change, and just missed on that last pitch to Olson. So got a punch out and a walk for J-Mo so far. See if he can get a ground ball here against Acuna.
The first pitch to Ronald Acuna Jr. Misses low and inside, so 1-0 the count. Acuna now hitting 3rd tonight Saw him in the number 6 hole and also hitting 7th in this series and bounced around. Righty-righty matchup with Olson at first. The pitch, fouled back. 1-1 on
but
Acuna.
as this guy gets healthy, he's going to be hitting right where he is, right in the middle of this lineup. This guy can be a force with the bat in his hand.
2023 National League MVP, a 5-time All-Star.
You need to say more.
Yeah. Injuries have really
Yeah, they
set him
really have.
back this year. He's still hitting .276. The pitch, dribbled foul behind home plate, 1-2. So he tore his left ACL in his knee last season, and he missed time at the beginning of this year because of that. Didn't start playing until May, and then in late July, he strained his right calf and missed about 2 weeks. He's been struggling at the plate ever since. The 1-2 delivery, that's up high to Acuna, fastball.
Well, I can speak from experience. When you tear your ACL and you have that major injury, the ACL can heal, but it's the rest of, it's the muscles, whether it be a hammy, quad, calf, Achilles, all become issues.
Ground ball up the middle, fielded by Horner, steps on second for 1. The throw to first offline, caught by Santana, and he tags Acuna, who was trying to dart by before he reached first base. Double plays turned by the Cubs, sponsored by Nissan. Experience the thrill at NissanUSA.com. That ends the first. Cubs and Braves scoreless on the Score, the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs Talk, middays 10-2 on Rahimi and Harris with me, Mark Brody, on the Score.
James Hardy Building Products knows how important your home is. That's why they're rated the #1 brand of siding in North America. Trusted by homeowners on over 10 million homes from coast to coast, they can give your home a beautiful design without compromising on durability and protection. They also know how important it is to support your hometown and root for the home team. That's why James Hardy is proud to sponsor the Cubs. James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs.
Imagine having your skull detached from your spine to save you from paralysis. When Phil came to Northwestern Memorial Hospital, his spine was digging into his brainstem, but our team developed a plan to rebuild his spine.
Nationally ranked for neurology and neurosurgery by U.S. News and World Report, Northwestern Medicine is pioneering treatments for the toughest conditions. Incredibly, Phil was walking just days after surgery.
As Phil's nurse, I'm proud to be on a team that's changing lives.
Northwestern Medicine, better.
Future You is using their rapid rewards for their next vacation. All thanks to Present You signing up with Southwest Airlines, where you earn points every time you fly. Because what's the point of points that Future You can't use? And since your rapid rewards points don't expire, you can save up for that big trip. Get ready to reward Future You with a future flight. Sign up for rapid rewards today and redeem your points on any seat, any day, anytime. Only at Southwest. All rapid rewards rules and regulations apply and can be found at southwest.com/RR terms.
FinishingChicago.com for the industry's best drywall finishing, wall covering, glass systems, signage, and painting contractors. Rely on FinishingChicago.com.
Top of the second inning. The second inning is brought to you by Sea Glass Wines, delivering crisp, refreshing flavors that hit every time. Zach?
Coom, thank you very much. Scoreless game here at the top of the second. Dansby Swanson digs in. Chris Sale on the mound. High leg kick and pitch. And a slider that spins into the zone, clipping the outside edge for a strike, 0-1.
First backdoor strike from Sale that hit the outside corner with the slider.
Now the 0-1. Swanson swings and fouls it out of play off to the right. That was a fastball.
I would think this should be a very good matchup for Dansby. Dansby loves the ball inner half. If he can lay off some pitches away, because I know Sale's going to try to throw him out there, but that's not natural for him. He's going to leak some balls to the middle of the plate. That's where Dansby needs to be on the attack.
So that ball was way outside and way high and off the glove of Baldwin, sailing to the backstop. Easy to lay off that one, 1-2.
First inning was powered by Invesco QQQ. Let's rethink possibility. Invesco Distributors Incorporated.
Rubber match here in Atlanta between the Cubs and Braves. Sale delivers. That one just missed. Low and inside. That's the pitch you were talking about. 2-2.
That pitch just missed down and in, both at the bottom of the zone and inside. You know, that's going to be one of those pitches that for Dansby, that's a good pitch to hit for him.
The 2-2. Check swing and a pitch low and inside on appeal. Scott Berry says Dansby went around, strike 3, 1 away.
We haven't seen another shot as Dansby didn't like the call. Neither did the Cubs dugout. We are not going to get another shot of that, unfortunately. Speed Gun tonight, powered by Xfinity. Get seriously powerful Wi-Fi. Xfinity, the Wi-Fi is booming.
4 strikeouts so far tonight for Sale as Justin Turner looks at a strike, top of the zone, right along the outside edge. A fastball at 94 miles per hour from Sale. Turner stands deep in the box. Here's the pitch. He waves out in front of a slider. And Sale took a lot off that breaking ball, 0-2.
Yeah, his breaking ball, it can vary from like 85 miles an hour on down to 78. But it basically has the same break to it.
Pitch low and inside. Check swing. Did he go? On appeal, Scott Berry says Turner did. And Turner in disbelief, just standing in the box. And he's having some words with Berry. Yeah. Berry motioning to Turner to go back in the dugout.
Yeah. Well, they both Swanson and the Cubs dugout were barking at Berry from the swing with Swanson, and then Turner didn't think he swung at that one. They're getting another look here, and yeah, he did. I mean, we've not seen a second look of the one by Dansby.
So Willie Castro now digs in, switch hitter batting from the right side and looks at a ball way outside, a fastball that missed, 1-0. Every out that Sale has recorded in the game tonight has been via the strikeout. He's got 5 so far. Now the 1-0 delivery. Sale to Castro. He's a called strike, top of the zone along the outside edge, 1-1. Castro this season hitting at .230 with 11 home runs and 33 RBIs. The pitch. Foul back off the screen, 1-2. In his previous 25 games, though, with the Cubs since the trade from Minnesota, Castro hitting just .171. He's 2 for 7 in this series against the Braves.
Yeah, he really hasn't got on track offensively since the trade. He's done an excellent job defensively all over the field for Craig Counsell, but the offensive side, which he's a good offensive player, it just hasn't showed itself yet.
The 1-2. Called strike 3. Fastball right down the middle as Sale strikes out the side here in the top of the second. Middle 2, no score. Cubs and Braves on the Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs Talk, middays 10 to 2 on Rahimi and Harris with Mark Brody on the Score, official radio home of the Cubs.
Sloan has been providing restroom products at Wrigley Field for 111 years, and we're proud to now expand into the concourse with our brand new bottle fillers that provide clean drinking water for Cubs fans all season long. Learn more at Sloan.com. Hey, baseball fans, now at Verizon, they are knocking it out of the park with low prices. Locked in for 3 years guaranteed on my plan. Single line for a low price of just $50 a month when you switch, and bring your phone on unlimited welcome with auto pay plus taxes and fees. Only on the network you can count on. Slide into your local Chicago Verizon store today.
$20 monthly promo credits applied over 36 months with a new line on unlimited welcome. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speed. Price guarantee applies to then current base monthly rate. Additional terms and conditions apply.
Where do the Cubs shop to celebrate a big win? Binny's Beverage Depot. Binny's is the official champagne provider of the Chicago Cubs. If you can't find it at Binny's, it's probably not worth drinking.
With America's best lineup of hybrids from Hyundai, you get the best of both worlds, like the reliable and efficient Tucson Hybrid, backed by America's best warranty. The Hyundai Tucson Hybrid. It's the best of both worlds.
Lease the Hyundai Tucson for $239 a month, or get 1.99% APR on the Tucson or Tucson Hybrid. Offers end September 30th. Call 224-661-0068 for details.
Save time every time for a great haircut. Just download the Great Clips app or check in online at greatclips.com. Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
One of the great Cubs events of the year, the Cubs Convention. Hotel packages are now on sale. Meet your favorite Cub players and legends. 6th to the 8th. Sheridan Grand, Chicago. For more information, go to Cubs.com/convention. See?
Can't wait for that. That's usually a sign that spring around the corner.
So is warm weather.
That too. Jamison Tyone starts off Drake Baldwin with a strike along the outside edge. We're in the last of the second. Cubs and Braves are scoreless. The next pitch is fisted foul off the netting behind home plate. So 0-2 the count on the Braves cleanup man Drake Baldwin, hitting at .273 with 15 home runs and 64 RBIs. Left-handed batter against the right-hander Tyone. Here's the 0-2. Check swing at a pitch up high on appeal. No swing, says the third base umpire C.B. Buckner tonight.
All reviews in this game are sponsored by Northwestern Medicine. Second opinion's always a good idea. Get yours at Northwestern Medicine.
And the 1-2, Baldwin, and excuse me, check swing, tapper, foul off to the left. So they'll do it again. 1 ball and 2 strikes the count. Defensively for the Cubs, Carlos Santana playing first, Nico Horner at second. Dansby Swanson is the shortstop up the middle, just to the left of the second base bag. And playing where shortstop normally would is Willie Castro as Baldwin swings and misses. And a changeup, strike 3. 1 away here in the bottom of the second inning. In the outfield from left to right, it's Ian Happ, Pete Crow Armstrong, and Seiya Suzuki. Behind the plate, the veteran Carson Kelly. The defensive alignment sponsored by Fitzgerald Equipment. Material handling handled. Learn more at FitzgeraldEquipment.com. Ha-Sung Kim at the plate. And Tyone starts him off with a fastball along the outside edge for strike 1.
Tamo so far has a very good command of his pitches. Shown some very good changeups to left-handed hitters so far.
Tyone works on the first base side of the rubber. High leg kick and pitch. Another called strike. Fastball. Thigh high on the outside edge. 0-2 on Kim.
With these two guys pitching, the way they're throwing in their command, get the plane started. Someone's going to hit one out of here, and that's going to be it.
Here comes the 0-2. Tyone delivers, and Kim lunges and fouls it out of play off to the right.
It's not a lot of wasted anything. Strike 1, strike 2. Oof. Grab some bench. Next. Both guys. They're dealing so far.
It's the pitcher's duel, no question. Here comes the 0-2, and that one's in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count on Kim. Tyone was the number 2 overall pick in 2010 by Pittsburgh. I bring that up because Sale, the Braves starter tonight, was the 13th overall pick in 2010 by the White Sox. Pretty darn good draft when you start to take a look at the names. Here comes the 1-2. Ground ball up the middle, fielded by Horner. Behind second is throw to first in time. Nice play by Nico. Kim's retired, 2 away.
Well, I'm glad, J-Mo kicked his leg out like he wanted to hit this ball. I'm glad he meant it. Oh, it did catch him in the heel just a little bit. You didn't want that to hit him because Nico was going to be able to cover that ground ball, and he did. It just nicks the heel of the left foot of J-Mo as he was finishing his pitch.
Ozzie Albies at the plate, and Tyone starts him off with a slow-moving curveball that spins into the zone for a strike. 0-1.
J-Mo gets a little assist on that. That's 1-4-3 then.
Good call. The pitch. This is served in right center field for a base hit. Suzuki fields it with the backhand and quickly gets it back to the infield to hold Albies to a 2-out single.
Anna Heights Ball Club has a hit in the game. Nico started the game off with a line drive bullet to left, and now Albies with a single to right. So nice play by Seiya, actually, in right center to get over there, catch this ball in the gap, and then plant the right foot and throw a strike in the second. Keep Albies in first.
Michael Harris, the second, digs in. The number 7 hitter in the Braves order, left-handed batter. Albies with good speed at first, being held on by Santana. Here's the pitch by Tyone. That's in there for a strike. Fastball right down the middle, about belt high. Harris hitting at .243, but 17 home runs and 79 runs batted in for Harris this season. The next pitch is a called strike off the glove of Kelly. It rolls all the way to the Braves on deck circle along the first base line, and taking second on the play is Albies.
I think they had a cross up here. Now that's when you really know things are goofy, when you've got the PitchCom device and the catcher get crossed up. Now that's something.
Now how about that? Time called, and Tyone has asked for a new PitchCom device.
Yeah. Maybe one in English.
You think that was the issue?
I have no idea. Like, you didn't have that issue when you had signs. You just put the old number 1 down there, number 2. I don't know. I've never put one of them things on, so I don't know.
I mean, you got to figure if Tyone was hearing the signs or the pitches in Japanese.
Even the umpires don't know. They got
Spanish,
a meeting on the mound. None of them know what's going on. They're all like, I don't know.
Adam Beck, the home plate umpire, is out there along with the crew chief, Dan Isonia. And the reason they're out there is because the Cubs don't want to waste a mound meeting because of a technical issue. So someone has to race back into the Cubs clubhouse and come out with the PitchCom device where you hear in English, I'm assuming, or a new battery. Sometimes it could be as simple as that.
I don't know.
I mean, we're all human. Sometimes you don't charge the battery on your phone properly, and then all of a sudden it's in the red, and you're thinking, oh, no, how am I going to get through the day? Well, how do you get through a Major League Baseball game if you can't hear the PitchCom device?
I don't know. We didn't do it for 120 years, but that's okay.
All right, we're ready for the resumption of play. Michael Harris II digs in. Left-handed batter. Albies at second. 2 away here in the bottom of the second. Scoreless game. Cubs and Braves tied along set. The kick and pitch. Harris pops it up. Shallow left, near the line, racing over, Happ in foul territory. Does he have a play? Yeah, he does on the side track near the side wall for out number 3. Albies stranded at second base. After 2, Cubs and Braves still scoreless. On the score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Take the Cubs with you in the Chicagoland area on the free Odyssey app. We are the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network. Since 1962, Fitzgerald Equipment has kept businesses moving with forklifts, rentals, and expert service. Featuring heli forklifts built to go the distance. Visit FitzgeraldEquipment.com. Trusted equipment powered by heli. Fitzgerald Equipment. Material handling handled. Proud partner of Cubs Radio.
It started with one car 70 years ago when the first Volvo car arrived in the U.S. Since, Volvo has helped redefine safety. From the 3-point safety belt to side impact airbags, a whiplash protection system, and blind spot assist, innovations that have saved millions of lives and made summer memories safer for generations. Celebrate 70 years of safety. Visit your local retailer for the Summer Safely bonus event going on now.
Join Great Lakes Credit Union's mission of banking for a greater good. As a nonprofit financial institution, Great Lakes Credit Union invests in local communities while offering the services of big banks. Learn more at glcu.org. Federally insured by NCUA Equal Housing Lender.
Future You is using their rapid rewards for their next vacation. All thanks to present you signing up with Southwest Airlines, where you earn points every time you fly. Because what's the point of points that future you can't use? And since your Rapid Rewards points don't expire, you can save up for that big trip. Get ready to reward future you with a future flight. Sign up for Rapid Rewards today and redeem your points on any seat, any day, anytime. Only at Southwest. All Rapid Rewards rules and regulations apply and can be found at southwest.com/RR terms.
Surround yourself in color with Regal Select from Benjamin Moore. Rich, durable, and effortlessly beautiful. Find yours at your locally owned retailer. Visit BenjaminMoore.com today.
Got a pitcher's duel here in Atlanta. First 2 innings, top of the third this inning. Coming live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth. Proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs.
Pete Crow Armstrong Coombs stands in. Top of the third, Cubs and Braves scoreless. Chris Sale on the mound. Here's the pitch. And that one is off the inside for ball 1. A sinking fastball that didn't sink. 1-0 the count. Crow Armstrong 1 for 2 last night. Drove in 2 runs, stole 2 bases. He's batting 9th tonight, the 1-0. Swing and a miss by Crow Armstrong. And a fastball, 1-1. Alvarez, the third baseman, wide of the bag, playing in. The pitch to PCA, inside, 2-1. Another fastball.
Yeah, Sales on 3 heaters, all of them inside. 2 hit the strike zone. Maybe one. The one he swung at might have been inside a little bit, but borderline.
So here comes the 2-1. A breaking ball that just misses outside, 3-1. That was a borderline pitch.
I think Baldwin thought that pitch was a strike automatically and then just didn't really stay in with it and kind of came up too much. That if he just stuck that ball there, probably got the call.
A 3-1 delivery. Is a called strike on the inside corner, a slider, full count.
That's why Sale is so good. He gets behind in the count, and he's got such confidence with the command of his slider. He can spin it in the zone just about whenever he wants.
The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Got him with a slider. Chris Sale has struck out 7 batters tonight and just 1 away so far in the third.
Well, as we talked about in the open, you got to be ready to swing the bat against this guy because he's going to throw strikes. It's he's going to throw it over the plate and basically with 2 pitches. I mean, if you're looking for something else, you're making a mistake.
Nico Horner at the plate. Here's the pitch. That one is low and inside. 1-0 the count. Horner singled to lead off the game. The only hit so far tonight for the Cubs against Sale. The all-star left-hander who works on the extreme third base side of the rubber. Sale kicks and delivers. Horner swings, line drive, base hit to center. Second hit of the ball game for Nico.
Cubs got 2 hits. Nico's got 2 hits. He gets another fastball inside and rams this one right back where it came from, right back through the middle. 2 really good at-bats for Nico. And aggressive. He's looking for the ball inside, and he smokes this ball back where it came from. Love it.
Ian Happ now digs in. 1-on-1 out for the Cubs here in the top of the third. Seiya Suzuki on deck. Who's on deck is brought to you by Timber Tech Decking and Railing. Everything wood should be. The pitch is a called strike. Fastball. Belt high on the inside edge. 0-1 on Happ.
Now, the one thing about Sale, he's very slow to the plate. He's left-handed, so he can just come over. But if you guess right when he's not going to first, he's got a high leg kick. It comes down. He's got to unfold. Big, tall guy. You can get a good jump.
It's almost like he heard you. Sale throws over to first base. Nico gets back standing up.
You do, Nico. The Cubs, with the way things are going right now, you got 1 out. He's punched out almost everybody in this, the first time through. You got to do something to try to get some offense. I would think Nico would try to take off.
A long set by Sale. Nico goes. The pitch outside. Throw to second. Not in time. It one-hopped and was caught by Albies as Horner slides in safely. That's a stolen base for Nico. Number 25 on the year for him.
Excellent jump by Nico at first base. Exactly what we were talking about. You get Sale. If you guess right, he's slow to the plate and doesn't have a great move that we've seen. But Nico steals the base easily. Stolen bases. Powered by Atturo Tire, Chicago's hometown tire. Find a dealer at Atturo.com.
1-1 the count on Happ. Sale, another long set. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Slider right at the bottom of the zone. 1-2. Got to read the tagline for Who's on Deck. Brought to you by Timber Tech Decking and Railing. Everything wood should be. Visit TimberTech.com.
You're missing the taglines now.
Well, that's huge. So there you go. Very business-oriented. The pitch, low and inside as Happ has to dance out of the way. 2-2 the count. Cubs wearing the road gray uniforms, jerseys and pants, blue lettering on the front, red numerals on the back, blue lettering above them, blue batting helmets with a red C on the front, Happ wearing gray shoes. Here's the pitch. Called strike 3, fastball, top of the zone. Strikeout number 8 on the night for Chris Sale. 2 away.
It's just a fastball set up in the middle of the plate. Inner third, about belt high. I think Ian was looking for the breaking ball and got the fastball.
So now Seiya Suzuki stands in. Horner at second. The pitch Here's a called strike. A slider right at the top of the zone. 0-1. Sale walked in the first. He's hitting at 243 on the year. 27 home runs, 90 RBIs, 2 for 8 in the series. Sale delivers and misses with a fastball high, 1-1. Since the All-Star break, though, Suzuki hitting 200 with 2 homers and 13 RBIs in 47 games. Got to get him going. Sale looks at second. That's where Nico is. The pitch is hit high in the air to right and deep. Going back, Acuna on the track, backing up, has a play, makes the catch. And that is out number 3. Horner stranded at second. Middle 3. It's a scoreless game between the Cubs and Braves. On the Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Talking Cubs Monday through Friday on the Rahimi and Harris Show with Mark Rohde, 10 a.m. to 2 on the Score.
Enjoy comfort all year. Fireplace and Chimney Authority offers expert chimney cleanings, gas fireplace service, and even grill maintenance. Keep your home safe and ready for any season. Your trusted local experts are at fireplaceandchimneyauthority.com. Okay, guys, be honest. Are you a man who landed a career, built a family, and tackled other big goals, but then realized at some point you stopped having guy friends? You're not the only one. And now 2 organizations in Chicago are teaming up to help. AARP Chicago and Men Living have created a virtual series that invites men 50 and older to meet and create friendships. It's free, virtual, and designed to make it easier for men to connect. It's from 2 to 3 p.m. on September 3rd, 10th, and 24th. For more information and to register, visit aarp.org/IL.
Here's a club you want to get into. Club Citgo, the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. Download Club Citgo today. Savings could up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
Uh-oh, you spot a work zone up ahead, but you're already running late. Hey, is that extra minute really worth risking your safety? Decision time. Will you push your luck and speed through? Or you mind the signs, avoid the fines? Yeah, that's what I thought. Slow down and pass through cautiously. Hard hats off to you, sir. Level pass. While the next work zone is loading, head to itsnotagameillinois.com/arcade to play.
Hefty Trash Bags, the official trash bags of the Chicago Cubs. Hefty, ultra-strong trash bags resist rips, tears, and leaks. Strength that's anything but ordinary.
Hefty, hefty, hefty.
Getting set for the bottom of the third here in Atlanta. It's currently 76 degrees. Scoreless game between the Cubs and Braves. Time and temperature sponsored by Circa Sports Illinois. Bet like the pros and download the Circa Sports app today. Jamison Tyone deals and Marcell Ozuna swings and fouls one into the glove of Carson Kelly. 0-1 the count. Righty-righty matchup. Tyone sets up high. He rocks back. High leg kick and pitch. And Ozuna looks at a ball up high. 1-1 the count. Cubs have 2 hits, a couple of singles by Nico Horner off of Chris Sale. He's got 8 strikeouts tonight. Tyone delivers. Ozuna looks at a ball low and outside, 2-1. The Braves have 1 hit, a single by Ozzie Albies. Tyone making his first start since coming off the injured list with a left groin strain. Here's the pitch. This is pop foul out of play off to the right. Let's pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves on the Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Covering the Cubs and all of Chicago's teams on the Spiegel and Holmes Show. Afternoons 2 to 6 on the Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network. WSCR Chicago, WBMX HD2 Chicago, an Odyssey sports station.
Marcell Ozuna whacks one foul off to the left, 2-2, alongside Ron Coomer. Zach Zaidman in for Pat tonight. Cubs and Braves scoreless. Bottom of the third here in Atlanta, the rubber match. Pat, by the way, will rejoin us when the Cubs begin a 3-game set against the Rays on Friday. Here's the pitch. Ozuna pops it up behind home plate, but foul into the stands. It's a brief 3-game series, right, against the Rays, and that ends the homestand. Then the Cubs go on the road for 7 against Cincinnati and Pittsburgh, the final road trip of the regular season. Here comes the 2-2. High fly ball into deep right. Suzuki going back at the track near the wall. Does he have a play? He leaps. It bangs off the wall. Ball retrieved by Crow Armstrong. The throw to second. There's a play, but Ozuna able to slide in ahead of the tag by Swanson. A double for Marcell Ozuna. Cubs saying, hold on here. They may want to challenge this. Greg Counsell looking at his bench coach, Ryan Flaherty, and the Cubs will not challenge.
Well, the Cubs as a defense plays this about as good as you can. I love that Seiya is going to go right up to the wall and give a leap and give it the best shot. The ball hits the brick above the padding over Seiya's head, so it carries him way back towards the infield. But who's standing there? Pete Crow Armstrong gets it and fires a strike to second. Osuna thought that was going to be a home run. He wasn't running right away, and Pete just about got him at second base.
Nacho Alvarez Jr. lines a base hit down the left field line. Around third and coming home, Ozuna. Ball fielded by Happ in the corner. RBI double for Nacho Alvarez Jr. And the Braves strike first. They're up 1-0 over the Cubs here in the third.
Now back-to-back doubles. This pitch by J-Mo, it's a slider, but it's right in the middle of the plate, about mid-thigh. And it gets smoked down into the corner. Ian throws the second, but really no play. And Braves take the lead 1-0.
Still no one out here in the last of the third. Now Jurickson Profar at the plate. Switch hitter batting from the left side. Tyone delivers. Profar shows bunt, pulls it back. The pitch was low. 1-0 the count.
Profar looking to bunt this ball at Castro. Is playing about a step behind the bag at third. It's actually a good play with nobody out. You got a chance to beat the play, and you also get the runner to third base.
A 1-0. Profar swings, and it's a high fly ball. Fairly deep left, but playable for Happ, who makes the catch short of the track. As Alvarez bluffs a tag, but doesn't go. He stays at second base. One away. So 1-0 Atlanta. Here with a man at second base and one down in the bottom of the third inning. Mentioned the Cubs uniforms in the top of the inning. Braves wearing the home whites, jerseys and pants. Red lettering on the front, red numerals on the back. As Tyone works his motion and deals, Matt Olson looks at a strike, a cutter along the outside edge, 0-1. The Braves two-tone batting helmets, navy blue with red bills, and a scripted letter A on the front. Here comes the 0-1. High and outside, 1 strike on Olson, who walked in the first. The uniform description sponsored by Benjamin Moore. On the field or walls of your home, the right team and colors make all the difference. Official paint of the Chicago Cubs, Benjamin Moore. Now the 1-1. That's inside on Olson. So 2-1 the count. And we've got to play the Binny's Beverage Depot attendance game. If you can't find it at Binny's, it's probably not worth drinking.
Okay.
The kick and pitch. Olson swings and misses. I think he fouled that one into the glove. 2-2.
I'll say 34,000 tonight.
34,000 tonight. I'm going to go 34,500. And if you're wondering, yes, I'm playing that game tonight.
When don't you?
I'll tell you why after this next pitch by Tyone. Here comes the 2-2. High and outside to Olson. He's worked a full count. Yesterday it was insinuated that I tried to make extra calls and visits to the ticket office to try and get the number. And I just want to point out that's not true. The pitch is low and outside. Ball 4. So Olson walks. Now the Braves have men at first and second with just one away here at the bottom of the third inning. Atlanta's got a 1-0 lead. While I won't do anything crazy like that, like call the ticket office or anything, I'm not beyond rolling up my sleeves. I mean, I'm bringing the hard hat, the lamp, the shovel, the lunch pail. I mean, it's work when it comes to the Binny's Beverage Depot attendance game.
You need to get a hobby. Tommy Hotovy going to the mound to talk to J-Mo with what's going on right now. A couple men on, and there's already been a run in. And I think, what you're looking for, same thing that happened last time Acuna went to the plate. You got to try to get a ground ball. If you do, you can turn a pair here.
And Acuna grounded into a 4-3 double play to end the first inning. 2 on, just 1 away here at the bottom of the third. 1-0 Braves. A finale of this 3-game set. Atlanta took the opener Monday night. Cubs won last night 6-1. And they're looking to leave Atlanta with a series victory. We're ready for the resumption of play. Taillon works his motion and deals. Acuna looks at the ball inside, 1-0.
He jammed Acuna his last at bat. Little jam shot went back through the middle. Nico caught it right on the bag. Turned it into a 4-3 double play.
Alvarez at second, Olsen at first. Here comes the 1-0. Acuna taps it foul off to the left. 1-1. Sun setting here in Atlanta. The lights beginning to take more and more of an effect. Very comfortable evening. Temperature in the mid-70s. Weather's been perfect over the last 3 nights here for this series. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch. That's a called strike. Right at the bottom of the zone, a cutter on the outside edge, 1-2.
Acuna didn't like it. It was a very good pitch. He's been getting thrown inside so much in these first 2 at-bats that pitch probably looked like it was 6 inches off the plate away.
The 1-2. And this is popped up. Medium range right. Suzuki under it, makes the catch. Alvarez bluffs a tag. 2 away.
A good job by J-Mo. He gets the fly ball. That's a high fastball, and Acuna just didn't get to it. Got it on a barrel, but hit it a mile in the air. And now you need to get out of this inning with the way Sale has been pitching. You try to just limit the damage to just 1 run.
So 2 on, 2 out for the Braves here in the bottom of the third. As Kuhn mentioned, it's a 1-0 Atlanta lead. Drake Baldwin at the plate. Here's the pitch. High and tight, backing Baldwin off the plate with a cutter. 1-0. Baldwin struck out swinging in the second. Hitting at 272 on the year. He has driven in 64 runs, 15 homers. Taillon alongside the pitch. Fouled out of play off to the left by Baldwin. 1-1 the count.
Baldwin there got a fastball in the middle of the plate, but J-Mo's got a little extra ride on his fastball. He couldn't get on top of it. It was Baldwin and fouled it straight back.
Taillon is ready. He works his motion and deals. Baldwin swings, and it's a fly ball left center field. Tap underneath it, makes the catch, out number 3. And Taillon limits the damage to just 1 run as the Braves strand 2. After 3, it's a 1-0 lead for Atlanta on the score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans, it's Craig Counsell. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Fall is a time for football, falling leaves, cozy fires, and of course, a fresh haircut at Great Clips. Whether you want a whole new look for the season or just a trim on a cut you already love, the skilled stylists at your local Great Clips salon are ready to bring it to life for less. With convenient online check-in, you can stop in whenever it works for you. And with the affordable prices at Great Clips, you'll save money for fall fun too. So what are you waiting for? Download the app today and fresh haircut for fall at Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
It's grilling season. Time to fire it up and share a little grilling wisdom. Step up your grilling game with Hatfield marinated pork tenderloin. Packed with flavor, easy to cook, and perfect for any backyard cookout. Honey garlic teriyaki and savory brown sugar. There's a flavor for everyone. So put some pork on your fork. Visit simplyhatfield.com to find a retail partner near you. Hatfield, better care, better pork.
That's you trying to fix the plumbing yourself to save a few bucks. Doing things yourself doesn't always end well. The same goes for insurance. That's why Auto Owners works with local independent agents who tailor coverage to meet your needs and offer discounts for life, home, car, and business insurance. Because sometimes you need a professional to get the job done right. That's simple human sense.
Ask the Horton Group in Chicagoland if Auto Owners make sense for you.
James Hardy Building Products knows how important your home is. That's why they're rated the #1 brand of siding in North America. James Hardy is proud to sponsor the Cubs. James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs.
Cubs down by a run here, top of the 4th inning here in Atlanta. And this 4th inning is sponsored by Wintrust, home of the exclusive Cubs debit card. Remember FDIC, EHL, lender Z.
1-0 Atlanta as we begin the fourth. Coombe. The batter is Carson Kelly. Chris Sale deals. Kelly swings, launches one deep down the left field line. If it stays fair, it's gone, and it is gone. Cubs tie up the ball game. Solo shot down the left field line for Carson Kelly. His 17th. 1-1 Cubs and Braves here in the fourth.
There you go. That's exactly what the Cubs needed. You know, you get a couple of those breaking balls inside. He missed a couple, punched out his first at bat, but the veteran catcher, he knows exactly what Sale's going to do. You know you got to cover the fastball in and the slider inside and down and in, and he gets one that's in the hitting zone, and he whops this one right inside the foul pole to tie the ball game.
Carlos Santana sizzles one foul out of play off to the right. 0-1 the count. You understand what you have to do against Sale, but it's not easy to do. Carson Kelly just did.
No, he's a Cy Young for a reason, but there is a plan.
Santana hits a towering fly ball, shallow left center. There is the center fielder there. He makes the catch. Santana's retired one way.
But you just love when you know what the plan is, and then, you know, the pitcher's going to throw balls in that spot, and he leaves it on the inside corner. Kelly on time with this ball. The question was, could he keep it fair? He did.
Another hefty home run. Official trash bag of the Chicago Cubs. Hefty strength that's anything but ordinary. Dansby Swanson looks at a pitch outside from Sale. Fastball that missed. 1-0. 1-1 game. Cubs and Braves with one away here in the top of the fourth. A 369-foot drive moments ago by Kelly, tying it up as Swanson takes ball 2 off the outside. That was a changeup.
Dansby's really the only right-handed hitter of the 8 that Sale has tried to stay away from, pitching on the outer half of the plate.
That one is inside a slider that missed. 3-0.
Sale, I really believe, because he throws so many balls to the inside part of the plate to the righties, he really has a hard time sometimes commanding that pitch away.
Fastball nearly down the middle for 3-1.
Now you got to be on the attack if you're Dansby here. The question is, so far, when he got to 3-1, and the last time he did that, he threw back-to-back sliders. He got a punch out. See what he goes with here on 3-1. You can almost look slider.
Dansby digs in. Sale sets, kicks, and fires. And this one is line foul off to the right, out of play.
It was gas away, and it was off the plate away. Not by much, but off the plate away.
So a full count. Let's see what Swanson gets here. Sale's ready. Sets at the belt. Kicks in, delivered. Fouled away, out of play again to the right. Fastball boring in on Swanson. Swanson struck out swinging in the second. 0 for 1. Lefty-righty matchup. The payoff pitch. And a ground ball hit deep in the hole at short. Backhanded by Kim. His throw across, not in time. It was dug out beautifully by Olsen at first, but Swanson beats it out. And he gets an infield single.
Good hustle by Dansby. This ball is hit kind of a soft line drive in the hole. Kim goes to the outfield grass, catches this on one hop. And pretty good effort by Kim to just get the ball over there. But Dansby, great speed, great hustle, beats it out. And that was a 3-2 slider that Dansby hit.
That was coming inside into his zone.
Yeah.
So now the batter, Justin Turner. 1-1 game. Swanson goes. The pitch is a called strike. Throw to second. Nowhere near in time. Swanson with a stolen base. That's his 15th.
We talked about it when Nico got to first base. You know, if you guess right and Sale goes home, he's very slow to the plate. And it comes with their second stolen base of the ball game. Cubs stolen bases powered by Turo Tire, Chicago's hometown tire. Find a dealer at Turo.com.
So the count is 0-1. Turner waits. The pitch bounced foul off to the left. 0-2. Kelly's home run, a reminder that RBIs by Cubs batters are sponsored by Old National Bank, where relationships and results matter. Get old. Swanson represents the go-ahead run at second base. 0-2 the count on Turner. One away, top four, 1-1 game. Here's the pitch. Way outside as Baldwin, the catcher, had to lunge to catch it. Willie Castro on deck. Turner, the designated hitter tonight. The 1-2 delivery. That one's in the dirt, blocked by Baldwin. Swanson stays at second base, 2-2. Lights have taken full effect here tonight in Atlanta, Truist Park. Sale with a long set, Swanson at second, the 2-2. Turner turns inside to avoid being hit by a fastball. It's a full count. Sales sets at the belt. And deals. The payoff pitch is lined for a base hit down the left field line. Around third, coming home, Swanson. He's going to score. Turner digging for second. A throw, not in time. RBI double, Justin Turner. And the Cubs take the lead, 2-1 over the Braves here in the fourth.
Now Turner gets a breaking ball inside, and that's what we talked about. You got to pull this guy. It's a pitch, starts out away and comes back to the middle, and he just hooks this ball and hits it deep enough down the left field line that it ends up being a double. Big swing of the bat for the Cubs and Justin Turner.
So 2-1 the lead. Turner at second base. Just one away. The batter, Willie Castro, and he hits a pop fly, shallow left center. Harris, the center fielder, coming in. He's got it, makes the catch. 2 down as Castro's retired.
Turner having a chat with Albies at second. These two guys have played a few games against each other in October. They know what the end of the season is all about and playing playoff baseball.
Now, to be fair, Turner's just affable. He talks to everybody.
Yeah, he does. That's the truth.
Pete Crow Armstrong digs in. Lefty-lefty matchup. Sale delivers. PCA swings and misses at a fastball off the inside. 0-1. Crow Armstrong struck out swinging in his first at-bat in the third. 0-1. Here's the 0-1 delivery. A breaking ball that's pulled on the ground. Backhanded back of first by Olsen. The underhand toss to Sale, covering first in time to get Crow Armstrong out number 3, but a productive top of the fourth for the Cubs. They score twice to tie and take the lead. 2-1 Cubs over the Braves as we head to the last of the fourth. On the Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
The Cubs play here with Hall of Famer Pat Hughes and All-Star Ron Coomer on the Cubs Radio Network.
Experience design you feel in every detail, and technology as innovative as it is effortless with Buick. These are luxuries you don't have to wait for. This is Buick now. Buick, exceptional by design. Well-qualified buyers get 0.9% APR financing on 2025 Buick models. Plus, current eligible non-GM owners and lessees get $3,000 purchase allowance on Encore GX, $1,000 purchase allowance on Envision, $250 purchase allowance on Envista, and $500 purchase allowance on Enclave. Must be a current owner of a 2011 model year or newer non-GM vehicle, or a current lessee of a 2020 model year or newer non-GM vehicle for at least 30 days prior to new vehicle sale. Length of contract limited. Some customers will not qualify. Not available with lease and some other offers. Take new retail delivery by 9/30/25.
As the official water efficiency partner of the Chicago Cubs, Sloan has greeted fans with sustainable restroom products at Wrigley Field for 111 years. And now Sloan is excited to introduce new innovation to Cubs fans throughout the concourse with its brand new bottle fillers to provide clean drinking water while reducing plastic waste throughout the friendly confines. Learn more at Sloan.com and go Cubs go!
The Chef IQ Sense is a wireless cooking thermometer everyone should have. It eliminates under or overcooking your chicken, fish, or meat to achieve perfection. Order one now at chefiq.com. That's chefiq.com.
Bottom four in Atlanta, 2-1 Cubs. The out-of-town scoreboard is sponsored by Club Citgo. Download the Club Citgo app now and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up as Jamison Tyone starts off Ha-Seong Kim with a cutter right down the middle near the bottom of the zone for strike one. On the board, the Rangers, a 6-3 winner over the Brewers. Tyone delivers. And a strike called on the outside edge. A slow-moving breaking ball. Kim in the hole, 0-2. Jake Berger with a pair of home runs for Texas in the Rangers' 6-3 win over the Brewers. So at the moment, the Cubs 6 back. First place Milwaukee in the National League Central. But the focus is on the wild card right now as Tyone rocks back and deals. And Kim looks at a ball low. So 1-2 the count. Cubs entering play tonight as the top wild card team in the National League, which means you're the number 4 seed come playoff time. You got a 3-game advantage over San Diego. Line drive, base hit up the middle for Ha-Seong Kim to begin the bottom of the 4th inning. As for the Padres, they play a little bit later on tonight at home against the Reds.
Now Kim gets on top of this high fastball, and it's a bullet back through the middle. Mully and All talk Cubs baseball and Chicago sports every weekday morning from 5:30 to 10 on 670 The Score and the Odyssey app. Be on with the boys on Friday morning, a couple days from now.
Ozzie Albies at the plate. 1 on, no one out. Here's the pitch. Albies fouls it back, 0-1. I was listening to Mully and Hall this morning, and they had a special guest, someone that you and I know very well, Anthony Rizzo.
Tony, congratulations to him.
For those that didn't hear earlier today, the news coming out that Rizzo will officially retire as a member of the Cubs and join the Cubs as a team ambassador. Will become official on Saturday. The pitch up high. So 1-1 the count on Albies. Cubs will welcome Anthony Rizzo back to Wrigley Field on Saturday when they take on the Tampa Bay Rays. What a decorated 14-year career. The 1-1, Albies bunts it foul behind the plate, 1-2. There are a lot of different ways, a lot of different words that you can use to describe what Anthony Rizzo has been over the course of his baseball life. But I think you can simply say he was the heart and soul of the 2016 championship team.
That's all you got to say. He's got all the awards, you know, Silver Sluggers and the Golden Gloves and the Platinum Glove and All-Star games. At the end of the day, he won the World Series in Chicago as, you know, the team leader 2016. And for all of us that have put on a Cubs uniform in our lifetime, we've all tried and no one has been able to do it but those guys.
The 1-2 up high to Albies, 2-2. Simply put, Rizzo was the leader of the team that won the championship that most of you never thought you would see.
Yeah,
think about that.
Everybody, all of us wanted to be that team, you know, and be that group, and just, you know, the story, you come up a little short. They didn't.
The 2-2 is hit high in the air, shallow right center. Coming in, Crow Armstrong. He's got it, makes the catch. 1 away. Kim has to retreat back to first. The first out is brought to you by Xfinity. The Wi-Fi is booming. There are a few players in the Cubs clubhouse today that were lucky enough to play with Rizzo. Ian Happ, one of them. Nico Horner, he was our guest on the pregame show. And no matter who you talk to, and it could be clubhouse attendants, it could be trainers, you mention the name Anthony Rizzo, they crack a smile. Everyone's got a story, right? Throw to first. Kim dives back in safely with Michael Harris the second at the plate.
Yeah, I'm just happy for Anthony. It's very good. He was a great player for the Cubs, great Cub, just period, just a great Cub, but champion and great guy. Couldn't be happier for him.
Kim goes the pitch, a called strike, throw to second, dug out by Swanson, tag applied in time. Kim is out at second base. Excellent play by Dansby Swanson to catch the hop and apply the tag in time.
Kelly comes out of the gate firing, and he gets pitch away, so he's able to get this ball and get rid of it and get a lot on the throw. He makes a little bit of a low throw, but it's a good longer hop for Dansby, and he catches this ball and just bangs straight down, and they just barely get Kim. Nice play.
Harris dribbles one foul off to the left, 0-2. So 2 down here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Cubs with a 2-1 lead over the Braves. Mark that one down, caught stealing 2-6. Now the 0-2 by Tyone. Harris looks at a ball up high, 1-2. Braves struck first, scoring in the 3rd on an RBI double by Nacho Alvarez Jr. As Tyone delivers, and Harris bounces one up the middle, fielded behind the bag by Swanson, running throw to first in time. That's out number 3. And the Cubs have a 2-1 lead over the Braves after 4. On the Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey Cubs fans, it's Ian Happ. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Kumir, let me tell you one of the things I really like about Yuengling. They brew a beer for everyone's taste. From their traditional lager to light lager, flight, golden pilsner, and even a black and tan. There's something for every kind of beer drinker. So whether you're firing up the grill, watching a game, or at the golf course, there's a Yuengling that fits the moment. Take a look at the lineup next time you're out. You might just find a new favorite. Yuengling, the oldest brewery in America, official beer of the Cubs Radio Network, DG Yuengling & Sons, Pottsville, Pennsylvania.
Welcome to Old National Bank.
Hi, I was wondering what you could do for my small business.
Tons. Have time to talk?
Not much. We're in a 30-second radio ad.
Oh, I'll get straight to the point then. Our solutions are customized for small businesses. Our services make financial management simple, and our pricing is always transparent.
Outstanding. Wow.
Yeah. So, ever been in an ad before?
Nope. How do I look?
Good. But we're on the radio, remember?
Right. Hi, Mom.
Customized small business banking from Old National Bank. Member FDIC. Get old.
Hi, this is Dave Musial, owner of Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electric. With our biggest sale ever. Furnaces from $39 a month. Furnace and air conditioning combos from $59 a month. Plus 72 months interest-free financing and up to a $4,000 system rebate. Four Seasons guaranteed to beat any competitor's price by up to $1,000 guaranteed. So call today for your free in-home estimate and same-day installation.
For all the right reasons, call it 664 Seasons.
Hey Cubs fans, Pat Hughes here. It's shaping up to be an historic season. To start making history with your business in Bedford Park, visit villageofbedfordpark.com.
2-1 Cubs are top of the 5th inning. We're coming to live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth, proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs. Nico has gotten a couple hits in this ball game, Z. He could use another one right here to get this 5th inning started.
With Chris Sale on the mound, here's the first pitch. And Nico looks at a strike, a slider near the bottom of the zone on the inside edge. 2-1 Cubs here in the top of the 5th. As Sale works his motion. And Order takes strike 2, a changeup, bottom of the zone. Right along the outside.
That pitch was down and away. It was not a strike. But many strikes as Sale has thrown. He's getting the benefit of the doubt of some of these pitches. But he has been around the zone all day.
A long set. Here comes the 0-2. Way outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count on Nico. League leaders are sponsored by American Sale. Bring the fun home. Aaron Judge leads the majors in batting average, hitting .320. Cal Raleigh is the home run leader with 53. Here's the 1-2. Foul back off the screen by Nico. I was thinking about this. So Raleigh's got 53 home runs. Kyle Schwarber's having a monster year. He's got 50 home runs. Imagine hitting 50 home runs and not being the major league leader.
Yeah.
That tells you what kind of season Raleigh's having, as well as Schwarber, who leads the majors in RBIs with 123. Here's the 1-2. Nico takes ball 2 outside. Jose Caballero of the Yankees, the stolen base leader, 43. Paul Skeens is the ERA leader, 1.92. There are 3 pitchers tied with 16 wins. The pitch. Low and inside. Horner has worked a full count. Max Fried and Carlos Rodon, Yankee teammates, each with 16, as well as Milwaukee right-hander Freddie Peralta. The saves leader, Carlos Estevez of the Royals with 38 as Nico pounds it foul off the netting to the right. Count remains 3-2. Sales sets at the belt. And now works his motion. Nico swings and fouls it away again. Second deck off to the right.
Nico's had some great swings and great result so far against Sale in this first half of the ball game. He's 2 for 2, and both balls he hit were line drive bullets. One to left, one to center.
This will be the 9th pitch of plate appearance. Nico waits. Here it comes. He fouls it away again. Off to the right, out of play. Pitch number 10 of the plate appearance coming up. Love to see these battles. Sale on the mound, Horner at the plate. The pitch. Line drive, base hit to center field. It's a 3-hit ball game for Nico.
You talk about a guy he's got a plan at home plate, and this guy's trying to get him out inside, and Nico going, It's the 3rd line drive bullet he's hit in the ball game today against last year's Cy Young Award winner.
Nico stole a base in the 3rd.
Track meet is on. He'll be going soon.
With Ian Happ at the plate, switch hitter batting from the right side. Sale, the left-hander on the mound. Bluffs a throw to first. Olsen holding on Nico. Warner's got a Steelers lead. Big hole on the right side of the infield with Happ at the plate. It's 0 for 2 tonight with a couple of strikeouts. A long set by Sale. And the pitch. Inside. 1-0.
See if Nico goes on this pitch. Sale tried to hold the ball on him last time and just kind of freeze him at first base a little bit. Nico with a very good lead at first.
Sale staring him down. And the pitch. A breaking ball that floats into the zone and clips the inside edge. 1-1. Nico increases his lead off the bag. Another long set. Here's the one. Pulled foul off the netting to the left by Happ. 1-2.
Thought Nico might take off on that pitch. He did not. He was set to go, and I think he had a good read. I'm kind of surprised he didn't go.
1 ball and 2 strikes. The count on Happ. No one out here in the top of the 5th. Cubs 2-1 lead. Horner, the pitch, a swing and a miss. Strike 3. And a slider. And Happ was struck out for the 3rd time tonight. 1 away.
Although this is the slower breaking ball that Sale throws, about 80 miles an hour. Ends up in the middle of the plate down below the zone, and Ian just out front of it.
Seiya Suzuki now at the plate, 0 for 1 with a walk. Powerful right-handed batter. The pitch off the outside, 1-0. Cubs have a day off tomorrow, then start a 3-game set with the Tampa Bay Rays at Wrigley Field. Throw to first. Horner gets back standing up.
See, that's not much of a move at all from Sale. Yeah, and that's really his move. So if you're Nico, you can really get out there and not worry about starting to come back. He's got a huge lead now.
A throw to first. It bounces past Olsen. And Nico will advance to second base.
Sale tried something different, and obviously he didn't do it much. He saw Nico was, way out there this time and knew he was going to go. So he just tries to step off and throws this ball. I think it kind of surprises Olson that he did that, and he bounced it way in front of first base. This ball hits the lip of the grass, hits Olson in the chest, and it ends up in the camera well, so it'll be an error on Olson.
Nico goes. The pitch is a called strike, no throw, and Horner easily steals third base.
I said error on Olson. I meant an error on Sale, and Nico steals third, so Cubs just taking off on Sale. Great job by Nico, understanding that Sale is just having trouble holding guys on, and Nico steals third.
So that's 6 stolen bases now for Horner on the year. 1-1 the count with Suzuki at the plate, just one away. Here's the pitch. Check swing at a pitch low on appeal. He went around, says the first base umpire, Scott Berry. 1-2 now on Seiya. Infield kind of halfway in for the Braves on the left side, all the way in on the right side. The pitch. Seiya swings, and it's a high fly ball deep right. Racing over Acuna in the corner, makes the catch in fair territory. Tagging and coming in is Nico Horner. He scores. Sacrifice fly, Seiya Suzuki. It's now 3-1 Cubs over the Braves in the 5th.
Well, the key to that ball that Suzuki just hit is you needed it to stay fair. If it was going to be foul, he doesn't have to catch it. And then Nico can't score, but it stays right at the chalk line down the right field line. So Acuna's got to catch this ball, and Nico able to tag and score easily on a sac fly.
So 3-1 Cubs with 2 away here in the top of the 5th. Carson Kelly now at the plate. He homered his last time up, his 17th of the year. The pitch. Low and outside, ball 1. RBIs by Cubs batters are sponsored by Old National Bank, where relationships and results matter. Get old. Productive out for Seiya Suzuki. His 91st run batted in. Here comes the 1-0. Kelly fouls it out of play off to the right. 1-1. It was Kelly who broke the mystique, right? Over the first 3 innings, Sale had struck out 8 batters. And then Kelly whacked a home run down the left field line. And the Cubs have been soaring ever since. Now up 3-1. When I say soaring, you got to remember who's on the mound. Chris Sale. 2-1 the
Last
count.
year's Cy Young Award winner.
With a 2.38 ERA last year and came into play today with a 2.38 ERA this year. As Kelly takes a strike, fastball along the inside edge, around belt high, 2-2. I mentioned that Taillon and Sale, both members of the 2010 draft class. Taillon, number 2 overall. Sale, 13th, the number 1 overall pick that year in 2010. Bryce Harper by Washington. Number 3 pick, Manny Machado by Baltimore. Kelly lines one over, leaping Kim, base hit to left. That's Kelly's second hit of the ball game.
Now, excellent job by Kelly, and you knew this was going to be a good matchup for him. Eventually, they're going to have to come into him, and they do. And when they did, he's hit a couple balls right on the button.
So here comes Carlos Santana, still looking for his first hit in a Cubs uniform. Switch hitter batting from the right side. 0 for 2 tonight. Sale delivers. Santana looks at a ball low and inside. 1-0.
Santana in his first at bat, he just missed. Second at bat, hit a high fly ball right on the barrel. See if he does something good here. Catches it on the barrel.
The pitch. Low and inside. Check swing. Did he go? Scott Berry pumps the fist. Saying Santana did. So 1-1 the count.
Yeah, he went.
Kelly at first, 2 away. 3-1 Cubs here in the 5th. Now the 1-1. That's low to Santana. 2 balls and a strike. Sale missing with a fastball. By the way, the number 5 overall pick in the 2010 draft. He plays for the Cubs too. Drew Pomeranz.
How about that?
I told you, it's a heck of a draft.
Mm-hmm.
The 2-1 delivery. Santana taps it foul at the plate. 2-2.
Good job by Santana to spoil that good breaking ball down and away. Sale doesn't get too many of them that he can command, that he throws well off the plate away, and they come to the outside corner. When he does, it's almost an automatic out. Santana just spoiled that pitch by just getting a piece of it.
Here comes the 2-2. Santana lunges and fouls it back off the screen. It's a fastball off the outside. 2-2. Santana on the year hitting at .218 with 11 home runs. 39 years old. Olsen holding on Kelly at first, and Sale bluffed a throw to first.
After bouncing the last one, he didn't want to throw it over there anymore. I can promise you that.
It's a good call, especially with Kelly there. Now the 2-2. Pulled on the ground. Fielded by Alvarez. His flip to second in time for the force, and that ends the top half of the 5th inning. But the Cubs add another run on the sacrifice fly by Seiya Suzuki. 3-1 Cubs over the Braves. Middle 5 on the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
The Cubs play here with Hall of Famer Pat Hughes and All-Star Ron Coomer on the Cubs Radio Network.
Change is always happening. It's part of life. And when it comes to music, change is all around us. Songs are rewritten. Classics are remixed. Bands and artists come and go. Even our taste in music changes. Here at Xfinity, we know there's still good in keeping some things the same. That's why we want to do our part with a 5-year price guarantee on our internet. It means no matter what changes, you get 5 years of the most reliable Wi-Fi with our best equipment included for a price that stays exactly the same. Surprised? Life is full of them. One internet price, 5 years, guaranteed. Learn more at xfinity.com/deals. Restrictions apply. New residential customers only. Taxes and fees extra and subject to change. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA. Fixed Broadband Experience Report, August 2024.
Roofers and Waterproofers Local 11 provides exceptional service in all facets of the roofing and waterproofing industry, developing skilled craftsmen through apprenticeship training and providing systems that keep Chicago and Northern Illinois dry. To find a highly skilled roofing contractor, go to ChicagoRoofingContractors.org.
Where do the Cubs shop to celebrate a big win? Binny's Beverage Depot. Binny's is the official champagne provider of the Chicago Cubs. If you can't find it at Binny's, it's probably not worth drinking.
Illinois Bone and Joint Institute, a leader in comprehensive orthopedic care. Visit IBJI.com for locations.
This Saturday, September 13th, the Cubs take on the Rays at 1:20 in the afternoon. Up to the first 10,000 early arriving fans will receive a Seiya Suzuki bobblehead presented by Inaba Churu. Be here for it. Visit Cubs.com/tickets. Marcell Ozuna leads off the last of the 5th, and he looks at a strike at the top of the zone from Jameson Taillon. Cubs with a 3-1 lead over the Braves. Zach Zaidman in for Pat. Ron Coomer is along. Here comes the 0-1. And this is line foul off to the left by Ozuna, 0-2. And our engineer tonight is the world-famous John Kramer, helping us blast through the speakers of your radio as well as all of your smart devices. A little sad with John during the 2025 season. Here comes the 0-2. And a line drive hit to deep left center. Happ racing back. So is Crow Armstrong. This will bounce on the track. It's fielded by Crow Armstrong. He whirls to get it back to the infield, but not in time to prevent Ozuna from reaching second base with a stand-up double. His second double of the ball game.
It's one of those plays, wondering if there was some communication issue between Armstrong and Ian. They're both kind of going after it. The ball kind of drops. I don't know if either guy can get to it. It's going to be a double in the gap.
So Ozuna at second. No one out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. The batter, Nacho Alvarez Jr. Cubs with a 3-1 lead. Taillon kicks and fires. Alvarez hits a pop fly. Medium range right center. Coming in, Pete Crow Armstrong in front of Seiya Suzuki. He makes the catch. One away. The first out brought to you by Xfinity. The Wi-Fi is booming.
Just looking at the monitor, Pete a little frustrated, didn't catch that ball in left center field.
The one that was hit by Ozuna. He's at second base, one away here in the fifth. Jurickson Profar at the plate. Switch hitter batting from the left side. Profar 0 for 2 tonight. Tie on a long set. Now the pitch. It's a called strike on the inside corner. A fastball. Thigh high, 0-1. Three-one Cubs over the Braves here with one away in the bottom of the fifth. The pitch is a called strike, a changeup right at the bottom of the zone. Taillon, the right-hander, works on the first base side of the rubber. Here comes the 0-2. Up high, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Chamo now at 77 pitches. This is his first game since August 24th, returning from a left groin strain. Here comes the 1-2. That's low. 2 balls and 2 strikes with Profar at the plate.
Yeah, Cubs do have somebody warming up in the bullpen. It's tough to see from our vantage point who it is, and I think it's a right-hander, but I'm not sure, actually.
And the 2-2. Line drive past a diving Horner into right. Ozuna stops at third. And now the Braves have something cooking here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Men at the corners with just one away. And the dangerous Matt Olson due up. Here comes Craig Counsell.
And it is a lefty warming up. It's Rogers who's warming up, and that's who will get the call.
The Cubs are going to make a pitching change, and the veteran left-hander Taylor Rogers will come in for the right-hander Jameson Taillon, with the left-handed hitting Olson due up, and the Braves threatening with men at the corners and just one away here in the bottom of the fifth inning. 3-1 Cubs. Pitching changes by the Cubs are sponsored by James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs. Let's take a break. This is The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs Talk middays 10 to 2 on Rahimi and Harris with Mark Grody on The Score, official radio home of the Cubs.
With America's best lineup of hybrids from Hyundai, you get the best of both worlds, like the reliable and efficient Tucson Hybrid, backed by America's best warranty. The Hyundai Tucson Hybrid. It's the best of both worlds.
Lease a Hyundai Tucson for $239 a month, or get 1.99% APR on the Tucson or Tucson Hybrid. Offers end September 30th. Call 224-661-0068 for details.
Change is always happening. But no matter what changes in 5 years, there's one thing that will stay the same: the price of your internet. With the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee, you get 5 years of the most reliable Wi-Fi, with our best equipment included, for a price that stays exactly the same. Restrictions apply. New residential customers only. Taxes and fees extra and subject to change. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA. Fixed Broadband Experience Report, August 2024.
So left-hander Taylor Rogers, the new man on the mound for the Cubs. Overall this season between the Reds and the Cubs, Rogers has pitched in 52 games. He's got a 3.43 ERA, a record of 2-2. Atlanta's threatening here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Men at the corners with just one away. The dangerous Matt Olson due up. Cubs have a 3-1 lead here, the finale of this 3-game set. Ozuna at third, Profar at first with excellent speed, being held on by Santana. A long set by Rogers. Here's the first pitch to Olson. It's inside for ball one.
With one out here and Olson at the plate, boy, you'd love to see a little ground ball to Nico. See if the Cubs and Rogers could get out of this inning.
Rogers looks at first. That's where Profar is. The kick and pitch. Olson, it's a high fly ball. Deep center, but playable for Crow Armstrong. He's under it, makes the catch. Ozuna tags, and the throw is cut off. Profar stays at first. It's now 3-2 Cubs after the sacrifice fly by Matt Olson, but 2 away here in the bottom of the fifth.
Well, Olson does his job. He gets pitch. He can handle and elevates the ball. Hits it pretty well. Hits it to deep center field. So he drives in the second run for Atlanta. Soon has scored both runs for Atlanta.
Now Ronald Acuna Jr. at the plate. And Taylor Rogers starts him off with a slow-moving breaking ball that spins into the zone for strike 0-1.
And this is where Rogers really has to keep this ball in the ballpark with 2 outs.
3-2 the score. Cubs with the lead. Profar at first to throw over. Profar gets back standing up. Acuna is 0 for 2 tonight. Grounded into a double play in the first. Flat out to right in the third. Right-handed batter against the left-hander Rogers. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-2.
Little backdoor breaking ball there. That one starts out well off the plate away and comes back to the outer third of the strike zone at the knees. One more of those, you might have a punch out.
Let's see if Rogers does it again with Profar at first. He's got a big lead. Long set by Rogers and the pitch. And tapper foul on a check swing by Acuna off to the right. He went with the fastball there.
I think Acuna was expecting that breaking ball also and just check swing and fouled one off.
Now, Rogers throws what would be a prototypical sweeper, right?
Yeah, because he gets a little drop down, same thing with Sale.
And there it is, a bouncing ball hit to short field at belt high by Swanson. Sidearm throw to first in time to get Acuna, and Rogers limits the damage. The Braves score once, though, and it's a 1-run game. Cubs 3, Atlanta 2 after 5. On the score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans, it's Dansby Swanson. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Future You is using their Rapid Rewards for their next vacation. All thanks to present you signing up with Southwest Airlines, where you earn points every time you fly. Because what's the point of points that future you can't use? And since your Rapid Rewards points don't expire, you can save up for that big trip. Get ready to reward future you with a future flight. Sign up for Rapid Rewards today and redeem your points on any seat, any day, anytime. Only at Southwest. All Rapid Rewards rules and regulations apply and can be found at southwest.com/RR terms.
Invesco QQQ is the proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs and of accessing the future of innovation. Curious what that means? Well, since March 1999, Invesco QQQ has given investors a way to tap into the NASDAQ 100 in a single ETF. We're talking world-changing breakthroughs that we can't live without today. Gene therapy, telemedicine, AI, EVs, and more. Still curious? Tomorrow's innovation awaits. Let's rethink possibility. Invesco QQQ.
There are risks when investing in ETFs, including possible loss of money. ETFs' risks are similar to those of stocks. Investments in the tech sector are subject to greater risk and more volatility than more diversified investments. The NASDAQ 100 index comprises the 100 largest non-financial companies on the NASDAQ. You can't invest directly into an index. Before investing, consider the fund's investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses. Visit Invesco.com for a prospectus containing this information. Read it carefully before investing. Invesco is not affiliated with the Chicago Cubs. Invesco Distributors, Inc.
You deserve a car that thrills you. And Nissan's got an exciting full line that'll put goosebumps on your goosebumps. Experience the thrill for yourself. Shop your local Nissan store and NissanUSA.com today.
32 Cubs, top of the 6th inning. Let's see what's on tap here in the 6th inning. Sponsored by Flight by Yuengling. Next generation light beer. Pierce Johnson entering the ballgame for Atlanta. Cubs up 3-2. They got Sale out of the game. And that's a big deal when you got the reigning Cy Young, who gave Atlanta a pretty good start. But Cubs did score 3.
Dansby Swanson grounds one to short, fielded cleanly by Kim. His throw across is in time. Swanson's retired on one pitch. So one away here in the top of the 6th inning. As Koo mentioned, it's a 3-2 Cubs lead. All opponent pitching changes are sponsored by Sloan, official water efficiency partner of the Chicago Cubs and leader in smart water and commercial restroom solutions. Visit sloan.com. So Chris Sale went 5 innings, giving up 3 runs on 7 hits, 1 walk, 9 strikeouts tonight. Michael Busch will pinch hit for Justin Turner, and Busch looks at a strike from Johnson. Here's Johnson, one-time Cub, way back in 2017. Is 3-3 this season with a 2.39 ERA in 57 games for the Braves. The next pitch is low for a ball, 1-1 the count.
Bushy coming in a game for Turner. But Turner with a big swing of the bat. Got a big RBI double in the 4th inning. Drive in a run.
And put the Cubs ahead. 2-1 at the time. The 1-1 delivery. A big swing and a miss by Bush. 1-2. Willie Castro on deck. Who's on deck is brought to you by TimberTech Decking and Railing. Everything wood should be. Visit TimberTech.com. Johnson, the right-hander, works on the extreme first base side of the rubber. Sets up high. Pitch clock running down, 5-4. Here's the pitch. And it's in the dirt, 2-2. Early on, when the pitch clock was first introduced, we didn't count down, but now a lot of pitchers like to let the pitch clock run down, so it is something you have to pay attention to. 5, 4, 3, 2. Now the pitch. Bush swings a one-hopper off the glove of Albies in a right center field for a base hit. So Bush with a pinch hit single.
Now this ball's a rocket right at Albies, and it's going to hit about 3 feet in front of him with topspin and explode. Albies like, yeah, no, I'm getting out of there. They gave it with the old backhand. Ole! And it's falling in the left or right field. I don't blame him.
What was that?
You heard it.
Sounded good, Coon. I like it.
Yeah, it's either that or take a trip to the orthodontist tomorrow. I played that one smart.
Yeah, business decision. Push it first. Here's Willie Castro. He looks at a ball off the outside. 1-0 the count.
Get them chiclets fixed if you watch out.
Yep. I've been there.
Yeah, I know I have. Same thing. Get the heck out of the way.
There's the 1-0. That's outside on Castro. You're going to get dinged up playing the game.
Yeah.
It's just how bad, right?
Well, that one was getting, that's a top spinner. That's going to bounce. It's going to kick up on you. I mean, that's just almost, you throw the glove out there in hopes that the ball jumps in it. That's about the best you can do.
Castro swings and misses at a breaking ball. The count is 2-1. Ole. Push it first, being held on by Olsen. Johnson throws over. That was a close play. Bush dives back in safely. Johnson has a much better move than the previous pitcher, Sale, even though he's a right-hander. Here comes the 2-1. Ground ball past the diving Alvarez in a left field for a base hit. Bush stops at second. Back-to-back singles by Bush and Castro. So the Cubs have 2 on with a 1 away, and Pete Crow-Armstrong duo.
We always talk about that being the toughest play for a corner infielder. So when the opposite guy, for Alvarez at third, left-handed hitting, Castro slices that ball at you. Got kind of a late break on that ball, and it ends up in left field.
It's a good speed on the bases for the Cubs. Bush at second, Castro at first. Pete Crow-Armstrong at the plate. Playing in, wide of third is Alvarez. The pitch is a called strike. Fastball right down the middle, closer to the inner half with PCA at the plate, 0-1. Johnson sets up high. Looks at second. That's where Bush is. The high leg kick and pitch. And Crow-Armstrong looks at strike 2, a slow-moving backdoor breaking ball that nipped the top of the zone along the outside edge. 0-2. Johnson deals. Crow-Armstrong hits one behind the first base bag fair. Fielded by Olsen. Underhand toss to the pitcher. Johnson covering. PCA's retired 2 away. The runners move over to second and third. Let's pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves on the score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs Talk in the morning on the Mully and Haw Show, 5:30 to 10 on 670 The Score, WSCR Chicago, WBMX HD2 Chicago, and Odyssey Sports Station.
Alongside Ron Coomer, Zach Zaidman in for Pat. Top 6, Cubs 3, Braves 2. Men at second and third for the Cubs with 2 away, and Nico Horner at the plate. He's got 3 hits tonight, all singles. The right-hander Pierce Johnson on the mound. Sets up high, kicks and fires. And Nico looks at a strike, a cutter, 0-1.
The Cubs need a big 2-out hit here. They're only up 3-2 here in the 6th. Nico with 3 hits in the ball game today.
Warner waits for the 0-1 delivery, a long set by Johnson. Now the pitch. Up high, 1-1. As a right-handed batter, what's your approach against Johnson here?
Well, I think Johnson fastball slider guy, so you're kind of looking up and away to me, and if he makes a mistake go ahead and turn on one, but throws hard, he's going to keep it somewhat away from Nico, see if he can shoot one right back through the middle.
Here's the 1-1. Nico swings, pops it up, foul. Out of play off to the right.
Nico got a pretty good pitch to hit in that last pitch right in the middle of the plate. About mid-thigh, just a little tardy.
So 1-2 the count. Bush the runner at third, Castro at second. Warner at the plate, 2 away, 3-2 Cubs here in the top half of the 6th inning. Here comes the 1-2 delivery. That's low. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
That's a great take by Nico. That was a really good pitch by Johnson. Slider started in the zone and just missed low.
Now the 2-2. Off the outside. Warner has worked a full count. That was another breaking ball from Johnson. Men at second and third, 2 away. Warner waits. The payoff pitch. Called strike 3. Slow-moving breaking ball. That spun into the middle of the zone for a strike, and that ends the top half of the 6th inning. Cubs lead 2 in scoring position. Middle 6, it's the Cubs 3 and the Braves 2 on the score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Take the Cubs with you in the Chicagoland area on the free Odyssey app. We are the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, welcome to Everything Outdoors. Can I help you find anything?
Hey, yeah. Can you point us to the camping gear?
Sure, aisle 2.
How about fly fishing? Just bought a new Nissan Pathfinder, and we're ready to get back to it.
Aisle 7.
Snowboarding? Our Pathfinder's got intelligent 4x4, and we want to hit the backcountry.
Oh, aisle 18.
And where are the boats?
Back of the store, but are you sure you can do all this?
Oh, yeah. Up to 6,000 pounds towing. We're good to go. Oh, where's the scuba department?
Return to rugged in the 2025 Nissan Pathfinder. Now get 0% APR financing for 60 months on the 2025 Nissan Rogue, Pathfinder, or Murano. Shop your local Nissan store at nissanusa.com. Available intelligent 4x4 cannot prevent collisions or provide enhanced traction in all conditions. Always monitor traffic and weather conditions. Towing capability varies by configuration. See owner's manual for important safety information. For well-qualified buyers, example 0 down payment, 60 months financing at $1,667 per month per thousand finance. Actual down payment may vary. Subject to NMAC credit approval. Not all buyers qualify. Dealer contribution may affect actual price set by dealer. Contact dealer for details. Ends 9/30/25.
From the first pitch to extra innings, Sea Glass is your invitation to relax and recharge. As the official wine partner of the Chicago Cubs, Sea Glass brings the refreshing flavors of California's Central Coast to wherever you are, whether it's in the stands or on the couch. So pour yourself a glass and slide into your coastal state of mind. Look for Sea Glass in the wine aisle at your local retailer. Sea Glass, official wine partner of the Chicago Cubs.
Fans know a steal when they see one, like tuxedos and suits from Suits 2020 at Niles. Why rent when you can own one for about the same price? Schedule your free fitting at Suits2020.com.
Bottom of the 6th inning here at Truist Park in Atlanta. Cubs with a 3-2 lead over the Braves. Drake Baldwin at the plate. Taylor Rogers starts him off with a pitch. Low and outside, 1-0 the count. Baldwin, a left-handed batter, and he looks at a strike. Slow-moving breaking ball near the top of the zone from the left-hander Rogers. Jamison Tyone started for the Cubs in his return from the injured list. Here comes the 1-1. Baldwin out in front, swings and misses at a sweeper, 1-2. And Jamo, a really nice start. Through 79 pitches, went 4 1/3 tonight, giving up 2 runs on 6 hits, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. His first appearance on a big league mound since August 24th against the Angels. Here comes the 1-2. Pulled on the ground behind first. It's fielded by Santana. Jives to the bag, steps on it. Ahead of Baldwin for out number 1. The first out brought to you by Xfinity. The Wi-Fi is booming.
Good pitch by Rogers, and he gets the left-hander Baldwin, and now that'll bring out Craig Counsell once again.
With the right-handed hitting Ha-Seong Kim due up, so the Cubs are going to make a pitching change. Rogers' night is done. Pitching changes by the Cubs, sponsored by James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs. Let's take a break. 1 down, bottom 6, Cubs 3, Braves 2 on the score. The Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs Talk with Spiegel and Holmes on your ride home. Afternoons 2 to 6 on the score.
Change is always happening. It's part of life. And when it comes to music, change is all around us. Songs are rewritten. Classics are remixed. Bands and artists come and go. Even our taste in music changes. Here at Xfinity, we know there's still good in keeping some things the same. That's why we want to do our part with a 5-year price guarantee on our internet. It means no matter what changes, you get 5 years of the most reliable Wi-Fi with our best equipment included for a price that stays exactly the same. Surprised? Life is full of them. One internet price, 5 years, guaranteed. Learn more at xfinity.com/deals. Restrictions apply. New residential customers only. Taxes and fees extra and subject to change. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA. Fixed Broadband Experience Report, August 2024.
1 down, bottom of the 6th inning. Cubs with a 3-2 lead over the Braves. The finale of a 3-game set here at Truist Park. The new man on the mound for the Cubs is right-hander Porter Hodge. He'll face Ha-Seong Kim first. And while Hodge warms up, this State in Baseball History is brought to you by Village of BedfordPark.com. Now's the time to make history for your business in Bedford Park. September 10th, 2000, on his 37th birthday, the Diamondbacks' Randy Johnson became the 12th pitcher to strike out 3,000 batters. The lefty's first strikeout of the game, is 300th of the season, tied Nolan Ryan for accomplishing the feat in 3 consecutive years. That's impressive stuff. Ha-Seong Kim at the plate, right-handed batter. The right-hander Porter Hodge deals, and the first pitch is popped foul out of play off to the right, 0-1.
Now Hodge coming into the ballgame, hard throwing right-hander. He's had some injury issues this season for the Cubs, but he has a big arm, big fastball.
That one is a fastball for a strike. You want to talk big fastball? 97 miles per hour, right down the middle.
He can rush it up there, that's for sure. Hard fastball, breaking ball.
So 0-2 the count. Hodge sets up high. The kick and pitch. Kim taps it foul off to the left. 0-2. Hodge on the year, 30 games, a 2-1 record, 6+ ERA. But you mentioned it, the injury issues kind of slowed him down. But now with Daniel Palencia on the injured list, Hodge is going to be asked to do just a little bit more. And the 0-2. Called, strike 3. Fastball near the bottom of the zone on the inner half, freezing Kim 2 away.
Yeah, that's just gas. He just heats it up, throws it in the middle of the plate, and just kind of fades to the inner half. But Kim didn't even flinch at that one and take strike 3 down the middle.
All right, so now the batter, Ozzie Albies, switch hitter from the left side against the right-hander Hodge. The pitch is a called strike with a fastball that just clipped the top of the zone. Borderline pitch on the outer half. 0-1.
Albies didn't like the call, calls timeout. He's right. It's a high breaking ball, was not a strike.
Hodge leans in, acknowledges the sign from Kelly, straightens up, works his motion, and deals. Low, missed with a fastball at 98 miles per hour, 1-1. Michael Harris, the second on deck. 2 down here in the last of the 6th, 3-2 Cubs. Hodge is ready. 0-1. Albies drills it foul off to the right. 1-2. Last year, Hodge was outstanding in his rookie year in the majors. 39 games, 3-1, a 1.88 ERA, 9 saves, and 12 opportunities. So when he's right, it's a very talented pitcher on the mound. The 1-2. Outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think he's just, he's just a young guy. He's trying to figure it out in the big league. He's got a great arm, and you just got to find command of your pitches and throw strikes. If he does, he's going to be just fine. Here you go.
Check swing by Albies at a sweeper low and inside. Strike 3, says C.B. Buckner at third on appeal. And that ends the bottom half of the 6th inning. Back-to-back strikeouts by Hodge to close things out. We head to the 7th. Cubs 3, Braves 2 on the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Chicago Cubs memories are made right here with Pat, Ron, and Zach on the Cubs Radio Network.
At Wintrust, our approach lets Cubs fans show their pride anytime, anywhere. With the Cubs debit card from Wintrust Community Banks, you don't just swipe, you make a statement. It's like a megaphone for your wallet, broadcasting Cubs pride with every transaction. Visit wintrust.com/Cubs to choose an eligible account and score your Cubs debit card. That's wintrust.com/Cubs. Wintrust, different approach, better results. Cubs debit card is not available at all Wintrust Community Banks charters. Member FDIC.
Listen up, football fans. You won't want to miss this.
Right now, new Bet365 customers bet $5 and get $300 in bonus bets, win or lose. So you could turn that $300 into something bigger when you bet on money lines, spread, totals, player props.
$300 in bonus bets when new customers bet $5. I know where I'm going to bet from now on. Download the app today and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Illinois. TNCs apply. In-app only.
Here's a club you'll want to get into, Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up, plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings good up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
Tag team bits and sockets with a Bosch 18-volt 2-in-1 impact driver. The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a Bosch.
Top of the 7th here on a beautiful night. Atlanta Cubs up 3-2. And this 7th inning is sponsored by Volvo's XC90. Designed for life. Z.
Coom, thank you very much. Ian Happ leads off the Cubs half of the 7th inning. New man on the mound for the Braves. Right-hander Tyler Kinley takes over. So Happ batting from the left side. The pitch. Foul out of play off to the left. Kinley on the year is 5-3 with a 4.41 ERA in 65 games. He began the year with the Rockies, but since coming here to Atlanta to pitch for the Braves, 4-0 in 16 games with a 0.57 ERA. Wow. Here's the 0-1. That's in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Colorado, not an easy place to pitch or play right now with the way they've gone this season. And he got out of there and breath of fresh air and a team, an organization that's expected to win, even though they haven't this year. But it's a little different.
Happ swings and misses at a slider, 1-2. He's just thankful to be closer to sea level.
Yeah, anything. We're playing there.
So 1-2 the count. Happ waits. Here's the pitch. He swings and misses. Strike 3. Screams out in anger as Kinley gets him with a slider, 1 away.
Bring up Suzuki. See if Suzuki can do a little damage on this slider that he's going to see.
Tough night for Happer at the plate. 0 for 4. Struck out 4 times. Suzuki digs in with 1 down here in the top of the 7th. And the pitch. Kinley misses off the outside with a fastball. Seiya with a sacrifice fly in the 5th. Carson Kelly a home run. Justin Turner, a ribby double. Here's the 1-0. Low and outside. 2-0 now with Seiya at the plate. Chris Sales started, went the first 5 innings. Cubs scored 3 times off of him on 7 hits, 1 walk. Sale did strike out 9. Kinley a long set, the kick and pitch. Misses outside with a slider. So 3-0 now with Seiya at the plate. We're coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth, proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs. A 3-0 is low and outside, ball 4. So Seiya draws his second walk of the ball game. This one comes with one away in the top of the 7th. Walks of Cubs batters, sponsored by It's Not a Game, Illinois.com. Reminder, a walk is free, a DUI is not. Drive sober or get pulled over.
Hardest working player of the game tonight is brought to you by Bosch Power Tools. The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a Bosch. And how about Jameson Taillon today? He had a very nice start for the Cubs. J-Mo pitched into the 5th, 6 hits, only 2 runs, though.
Kelly, it's a high fly ball deep center. Drifting back is Harris. Playable. He makes the catch. 2 away.
It was good to see J-Mo back on the mound, throwing for the Cubs. The Cubs are going to need him to be good, to be effective in October. And it's good to see him healthy and making pitches, and had a good outing tonight.
Yeah, 4 1/3, 2 runs on 6 hits, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts through 79 pitches. And with Taillon back in the starting rotation, I guess that means Javier Assad goes to the bullpen, which makes the Cubs pen just a little bit stronger. 2 down, a man at first in Suzuki. The batter, Carlos Santana, switch hitter now batting from the left side against Kinley, the right-hander. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-1. Santana is 0 for 3 tonight. Olsen holding on Seiya at first. Kinley kicks and delivers. Another swing and miss by Santana at a slider, 0-2. Cubs are in the meat of their order, presented by Chef IQ Sense. Never under or overcook your food again. Purchase now at chefiq.com. Seiya goes, now stops and races back to first. Kinley didn't know. He just stepped off the rubber. Man, Seiya got lucky there.
Seiya was about halfway to second, and once you get that far, just keep on going. He took off, and then he came sliding back. Maybe not quite halfway, but he's pretty close.
Here comes the 0-2. That's low to Santana. I don't know what you just said prior to talking in English, but whatever you said aptly described what was going on with Seiya on the bases there. Here comes the 1-2. That's low. Count even at 2-2 at Santana at the plate.
After that move Seiya made, he's kind of anchored over there at first now. He ain't going anywhere.
He hasn't even taken a lead.
Very little.
He's standing on the bag.
Yeah, nope. I'll stay right here.
He knows his neighborhood. And to be fair, Seiya does have 5 stolen bases this year. He's a good runner. He does have speed.
Yeah.
All right, now he takes his lead off the first base bag. Kinley sets up high. A long set. Throw over, and Seiya dives back in safely. Now Seiya extends his lead off the bag. Santana at the plate. 2-2 the count. Seiya goes. Here's the pitch. Pulled on the ground. Backhanded wide of first by Olsen. Nice play. Steps on the cushion for out number 3. And Suzuki is stranded on the bases. Time to stretch in Atlanta. Cubs lead the Braves 3-2 on the score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Talking Cubs Monday through Friday on the Rahimi and Harris Show with Mark Grody, 10 a.m. to 2 on the score.
When only the best will do, choose Regal Select from Benjamin Moore. With rich color, smooth coverage, and unbeatable durability, Benjamin Moore is paint that performs. Stains wipe away easily, and the finish stays beautiful for years to come. Available in 3,500 colors and exclusively at locally owned Benjamin Moore stores. Ready to transform your space? Visit BenjaminMoore.com to find a retailer near you. Regal Select, trusted by pros, loved by homeowners. Step up to the plate like a pro with the world's largest sports book at your fingertips. Circa Sports Illinois. It's sports betting the way it should be, with high app limits, low holds, exceptional customer service, and no bet fees. Other books may charge you just to get on the field, but with Circa Sports, you can swing away with every bet. Start betting like a pro from anywhere, anytime in Illinois. Download your new bookie today at circasports.com. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
It's time for Trash Day Nose Yoga with Hefty. Let's transform stinky scenarios with a joyful scent of Fabuloso. Inhale. You forgot to empty your kid's lunchbox. Exhale. A field of lavender. Inhale. Stinky leftovers. Exhale. Watermelon in the summer. That's the power of Hefty Ultra Strong Trash Bags with Fabuloso.
Hefty, hefty, hefty. Save time every time for a great haircut. Just download the Great Clips app or check in online at greatclips.com. Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
Alongside Ron Cooper, Zach Zaidman with you in for Pat tonight. The finale of a 3-game set between the Cubs and Braves here in Atlanta. Cubs with a 3-2 lead as we get set for the Braves half of the 7th inning. New man on the mound for the Cubs, veteran left-hander Caleb Thielbar. Michael Harris II swings and misses. And a slider from Thielbar, 0-1 the count. Boy, Thielbar's been lights out in his first season as a Cub. 3-3, a 2.08 ERA in 60 games. Now the pitch. Harris looks at the ball off the outside. 1-1. Carson Kelly, a home run. Justin Turner, an RBI double. Seiya Suzuki, a sacrifice fly. The 1-1. This is inside with a breaking ball. 2-1. Pitching changes by the Cubs, sponsored by James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs. Thielbar deals. Harris swings and pops it up. Shallow center. Moving back. Swanson, the shortstop. He's got it. Makes the catch. One away. The first out brought to you by Xfinity. The Wi-Fi is booming.
Good start to the 7th inning for Thielbar. Good pitch. Gets the routine pop-up to Dansby. Here's where you got to work hard, make some pitches. This guy, he's got big-time pop in his bat, 20 home runs. He's going to be looking to go deep.
You're talking about the DH, Marcell Ozuna. Here's the pitch. Ozuna looks at a ball low. Fastball that missed. 1-0 the count. Ozuna with a couple of doubles tonight. Scored both runs for the Braves. Powerful right-handed batter. Hits out of a crouch. And the pitch. That's inside. 2-0. And a wide open stance. Gold batting gloves outlined in red. Gold elbow guard. Gold shin guard. Here's the 2-0. Waves at a curveball. 2-1.
I would say the players in Atlanta, they lead the league in colorful garb. Don't you think?
Yeah, they accessorize loudly. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss.
Some of these guys on the field, you don't even need lights.
2-2 the count on Ozuna. We haven't even talked about the neon green sleeve that he wears.
It's
to go along with the gold gloves.
He's got the whole package going right now, boy.
He's got white shoes with neon green laces.
Yeah.
So he accessorizes, yeah. The 2-2. Foul back by Ozuna.
It's kind of a look like our engineer John Kramer would have. Yeah.
Yeah, minus the monster gold chain that Ozuna is sporting at the moment. Here comes the 2-2. Bounce behind third. Backhanded by Castro. The throw across in time. Beautiful play by Willie Castro along the line at third. Out number 2 as Ozuna is retired.
I've talked about the great defense of Castro since he's come over to the Cubs from all kinds of different positions, infield, outfield. And once again, goes down the line, catches this ball and in from foul territory. Makes a nice throw across the diamond to get the out.
And it was a one-hopper dug out on a big high hop by Santana, the first baseman. So 2 down. Now Tommy Hotovy will head out to the mound to have a conversation with the veteran left-hander Caleb Thielbar. This is more of a scouting report. The Braves are bringing up a pinch hitter. Eli White will hit for Nacho Alvarez Jr. So that's the reason. Alvarez was 1 for 2 tonight with an RBI double. Right-handed batter, so surprised he's being pinch hit for by another right-handed batter in Eli White. Lefty-righty matchup as Thielbar deals. And apparently he missed off the outside with a fastball. Close pitch.
Yeah, the only thing you wonder is if something happened to Alvarez. Didn't see anything that would have been a problem for him.
The 1-0. White swings and misses. And a fastball. 1-1. We saw White at Wrigley Field last week hit a monster home run halfway up the bleachers in left center. Here comes the 1-1. It's not foul at the plate. 1-2. The finale of a 3-game set here at Truist Park. Cubs looking to take the series. They got a 3-2 lead over the Braves with 2 away in the bottom of the 7th. Thielbar, the left-hander, works on the third base side of the rubber. Here's the pitch. Low to White, 2-2. Crowd not buzzing here at Truist Park. And the 2-2. Low and inside. White's worked a full count.
Yeah, these Brave fans have been very accustomed to this time of the season, the build-up to the playoffs, and this year that is not going to be the case. A little different atmosphere here at Truist Park this year than most other years.
White fouls that last pitch back off the screen. It's a full count.
I wouldn't count the Braves out for next year, though, that's for sure. They were really banged up early in the season, and it's got off to a horrible start.
The 3-2 delivery, fouled back by White. I mean, you still look at all the talent they've got on the roster just tonight. Matt Olson, the first baseman, Ronald Acuna Jr., the right fielder, Ozzie Albies, the second baseman, Marcelo Ozuna, still a very capable player for them. Austin Riley will be back next year. The 3-2 swung on and missed as Thielbar gets White with a slow-moving curveball. Strike 3. And that ends the 7th inning. We head to the 8th with the Cubs up 3-2 on the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans, it's Nico Horner. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Ron Coomer here for TimberTech Decks. I've owned TimberTech Decks for many, many years. It still looks brand new. Season after season, party after party. The summer months, outdoors is where we like to enjoy having company. And the TimberTech Decks have been incredible. The #1 premium composite decking brand. It looks like natural wood, but without all the costly maintenance that goes into it, you do not have to do that with TimberTech. Order free samples at TimberTech.com.
Hey, it's David Hoffer, Chef IQ. You know the feeling when you're about to cut into a juicy steak and hope it tastes as perfect as it looks? That sounds delicious. Worry no more. The Chef IQ Sense is a wireless cooking thermometer that eliminates undercooking or overcooking your chicken, fish, or meat, whether on a stovetop, oven, or grill. The probe is inserted into your food, connected wirelessly to an app. Once you select your desired doneness, the app alerts you when to take the steaks off the grill or the turkey out of the oven. It's that simple. Order one now on ChefIQ.com. That's ChefIQ.com.
Get in the zone, AutoZone. Welcome to the end of summer sale at AutoZone. We're celebrating the end of long days and short nights with big deals for a short time, like car wash. Right now, you can save 20% on the Armor All Complete Car Wash Kit. Need new brakes? Duralast brake pads are free with the purchase of Duralast rotors. We've also got oil deals and more. We're ending the summer right with the end of summer sale at AutoZone. Get in the zone, AutoZone. Restrictions apply.
There's nothing quite like local. That's why AARP is local, offering free events that can help with finances, family, and fun. Find your local event at aarp.org/il.
Top of the 8th inning here in Atlanta. Cubs still up 3-2. In this 8th inning, sponsored by Cars for Kids, 877 Cars for Kids. That's Cars with a K. To donate your car today, Zach.
Coom, thank you. Dansby Swanson leads off the Cubs half of the 8th inning against right-hander Tyler Kinley and looks at a ball off the outside. 1-0 the count. A slider that missed. Braves have a new third baseman, former Cub Vidal Brujan. Takes over. Nacho Alvarez Jr. started the game at third, left for a pinch hitter in the last inning. Here comes the 1-0. That's outside. 2-0 the count on Swanson. Dansby's 1 for 3 tonight with a single, a stolen base, and a run scored. Righty-righty matchup with Kinley on the hill, working on the first base side of the rubber. And the 2-0. Called strike on the outside corner, 2-1. Michael Busch on deck, to be followed by Willie Castro. 3-2 Cubs here in the 8th. Kinley delivers. Swanson swings and pops it foul out of play off to the right. A reminder to stay tuned for the toast of the game presented by Binny's Beverage Depot, coming up with Coombe in the 9th inning. Swanson waits. Here's the 2-2. Bouncing ball foul off to the left. So they'll do it again. Jamison Tyone started for the Cubs, went 4 1/3 in his return to the injured list, giving up 2 runs on 6 hits, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts through 79 pitches tonight. The pitch. Check swing on a pitch low and outside. Strike 3 as Swanson went around. 1 away.
Couple breaking balls in that at bat to Dansby. Couldn't hold up on that last one as it was down and away.
Now Brian Snitker, the Braves manager, making the slow walk out to the mound with left-handed hitting Busch due up. The Braves are going to make a pitching change. Pitching changes by Cubs opponents are sponsored by Sloan, official water efficiency partner of the Chicago Cubs and leader in smart water and commercial restroom solutions. Visit Sloan.com. Dylan Lee will come into the game to pitch for the Braves. 1 down, top of the 8th, Cubs 3, Braves 2 on the score, and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Listen for great Cubs guests all season long on the Score, official radio home of the Cubs.
Future You is using their rapid rewards for their next vacation. All thanks to present you signing up with Southwest Airlines, where you earn points every time you fly. Because what's the point of points that future you can't use? And since your rapid rewards points don't expire, you can save up for that big trip. Get ready to reward future you with a future flight. Sign up for rapid rewards today and redeem your points on any seat, any day, anytime. Only at Southwest. All rapid rewards rules and regulations apply and can be found at southwest.com/RR terms.
Hey folks, Coom here. Since teaming up with the fine folks at Yingling Beer, I've heard this question a lot. Ron, how has Yingling managed to be around for 196 years? Well, it comes down to one thing. They brew great beer. Simple as that. It takes real quality to become the oldest brewery in America, and Yingling's been doing it right since 1829. Whether it's traditional lager, light lager, Flight by Yingling, they all have the same commitment to flavor and craftsmanship. Yingling, the oldest brewery in America, official beer of the Cubs Radio Network, DG Yingling & Sons, Pottsville, PA.
The out-of-town scoreboard is sponsored by Club Citgo. Download the Club Citgo app now and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. In San Diego, bottom of the 4th, Reds and Padres are scoreless. Cubs entered play tonight. The top wildcard team in the National League with a 3-game lead over the Padres. Earlier today, the Rangers double up the Brewers 6-3. Jake Berger with a pair of home runs for Texas. Cubs trail Milwaukee by 6 in the National League Central. Michael Busch looks at a ball, a slider that missed up high from the new Braves pitcher, left-hander Dylan Lee. Cubs with a 3-2 lead with 1 down here in the top of the 8th. Lee kicks and delivers. Busch swings and taps it foul at the plate. 1-1. Lee on the year, 67 games. Coombe, he's got a 3.34 ERA. The next pitch, low. So 2-1 now on Busch, who came in as a pinch hitter for Justin Turner in the 6th and promptly singled. The 2-1. Is a called strike right along the bottom of the zone on the outside edge. So 2-2 the count on Bush. Turner was 1 for 2 tonight as the starting designated hitter with an RBI double. Lee peers in, gets the sign from his catcher Baldwin, straightens up, sets at the belt, works his motion, and here comes the 2-2 to Bush. Called strike 3. Fastball right along the outside edge near the top of the zone, 2 away.
After a couple sliders and a few fastballs, this one catches the outside corner. Borderline pitch. She did not get the call.
If you give me the privilege of reading the Cubs designated hitter,
You're starting to feel comfortable with it, so you go right ahead.
I would be most grateful. So thank you, Coom. Matt Shaw pinch hitting now for Willie Castro. And he looks at a ball low, a changeup that missed. Shaw was initially in the starting lineup, then scratched for what the Cubs said was personal reasons. Now he's pinch hitting. Slider low, 2-0 the count on Shaw, pinch hitting for Willie Castro. So designated hitters for the Cubs, sponsored by Fireplace and Chimney Authority. Book now, burn later, and skip the rush.
I think that's got you all over it the rest of the year.
Here comes the 2-0. Shaw pulls one on the ground, back of third, backhanded by Bruhan. And Bruhan throws out his former teammate, Matt Shaw, out number 3. Cubs go down in order in the top of the 8th. Middle 8, it's the Cubs with a 3-2 lead over the Braves. On the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Chicago, this is Kyle Tucker. Pat and Ron call every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Where do the Cubs shop to celebrate a big win? Binny's Beverage Depot. Binny's is the official champagne provider of the Chicago Cubs. If you can't find it at Binny's, it's probably not worth drinking.
Change is always happening, but no matter what changes in 5 years, there's one thing that will stay the same: the price of your internet. With the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee, you get 5 years of the most reliable Wi-Fi with our best equipment included for a price that stays exactly the same. Restrictions apply. New residential customers only. Taxes and fees extra and subject to change. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA. Fixed Broadband Experience Report, August 2024.
Hey, Cubs fans, do you have a plumbing emergency at your home or business? Call the All-Stars at Plumbers 911. Available 24/7 at 1-833-PLUM-911. Licensed, highly trained plumbing professionals ready to answer your call. Call today, 1-833-PLUM-911.
With America's best lineup of hybrids from Hyundai, you get the best of both worlds, like the reliable and efficient Tucson Hybrid, backed by America's best warranty. The Hyundai Tucson Hybrid. It's the best of both worlds.
Lease a Hyundai Tucson for $239 a month or get 1.99% APR on the Tucson or Tucson Hybrid. Offers end September 30th. Call 224-661-0068 for details.
The clearance event is going on now at American Sale. Save up to 70% on Polio sets and more. The clearance at American Sale. Home.
Out of the 8th inning in Atlanta, the Cubs holding a 3-2. Brad Keller takes over. Jerickson Profar at the plate. Keller starts with a fastball right down the 97 miles per hour, 0-1. Keller faces home plate. He whirls and deals, and Profar taps it foul right behind home plate, 0-2.
Now with Palencia, we were talking about this to break. You asked me a question. Okay, who throws the 9th if Keller is throwing the 8th inning? Well, you know, sometimes, especially with Palencia being out now on the injured list, time called at home. With the lineup the way it's situated right now, the top of the lineup for Atlanta up for Olsen, Acuna, and Baldwin. So maybe, you know, Craig Counsell's thinking this is the toughest part of the lineup as that ball's popped the foul out of play. And, you know, this may not be officially the save, but it's the save, right? You know, so you kind of use this as like, I want my top reliever now going into the game against their top hitters here in the 8th in a 1-run lead.
Keller winds and deals, and Profar taps one foul at the plate off his foot. Count remains 0-2.
Be interesting to talk to Council or what he says about this after the ball game tonight or in the manager's show on Friday after the off day. But I would assume this is something that he has thought about for a while since Daniel has gone on the injured list and Keller has been the eighth inning guy. So
the pitch outside, 1-2.
When you're the main setup guy, usually that means you move into the closer's role if something happens to the closer. Only this may be the best time for him to throw in this game.
A swing and a miss, strike three, as Keller fools Profar with a changeup and gets him out in front. One away, the first out. Brought to you by Xfinity. The Wi-Fi is booming.
Now, Keller, it's such a big fastball and explosive stuff. Throws a good slider just below the zone, and Profar couldn't hold back. Swings right over the top of it.
So now the batter, Matt Olson. Here's the pitch. Olson swings and loops one into shallow left center field for a base hit. One out single for Olson and the Braves here in the bottom of the eighth inning. Pitching changes by the Cubs, sponsored by James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs. So here comes the right-handed hitting Ronald Acuna Jr., who's 0 for 3 tonight.
Now here's, this is the big thing. Acuna in the ball game today's grounded out twice, once into a double play and then hit a long fly ball to right. Got to keep him in the yard.
Keller misses low and inside, ball one. Fastball at 97 miles per hour. Olson, the tying run on first, being held on by Santana. Matt Shaw stays in the game. He's playing third. The pitch, low and outside. 2-0 the count on Acuna. I'm going to see how we did with our guesses in the Vinny's Beverage Depot attendance game. The attendance tonight, 35,757. The pitch, swing and a miss. 2-1 on Acuna. I was a little closer than you tonight. One on, one out for the Braves here in the last of the eighth. The pitch. Acuna swings, misses. I think he fouled that one into the glove, 2-2.
Perfect fastball by Keller. That one right on the inside corner, kind of running in on his hands. Perfect pitch. Acuna way tardy on that last fastball.
The 2-2. Acuna bounces one up the middle, fielded by Swanson. The flip to second for one. Horner to first. Not in time. Acuna beats it out. But the lead man, Olson, raced from the bases. 2 away. Here in the eighth, it'll bring up Drake Baldwin.
But if ball's first hit, I thought it was going to be a double play ball. Hit a little harder than I thought. Dansby had to just keep going hard to his left to catch this ball. And then as hard as he was moving, just kind of had to almost like a little backhand shuffle. So really didn't get much on the flip to Nico. So the Cubs just able to get the lead runner.
So here's the cleanup man, Baldwin, left-handed hitter, 0 for 3. The pitch, high and outside, ball one. Acuna, excellent speed at first base, but remember the leg injuries that forced him to slow down running this season. Only 6 stolen bases. The 1-0. Baldwin fouls it back, 1-1. And to your point earlier, Council likes to use the term out-getter as opposed to defining the roles in the bullpen. And there are certain points, like you mentioned in the game, where this is the spot. The big 4 hitters of the Braves. The pitch, low and inside. So
you want your best reliever that you have in the ball game facing these 4 guys. And it just so happens that's the 8th inning instead of the 9th inning.
The pitch. A ground ball hit to second. Fielded on a wicked hop by Horner. The flip to second in time for the force. And that's that. Keller gets out of the 8th inning. We head to the 9th. Cubs 3 and the Braves 2 on the score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Start your mornings with Cubs Talk. Mully and Haw, mornings 5:30 to 10 on the score.
Mind the signs, avoid the fines. Can you respect the zone? Head to itsnotagameillinois.com to test your skills in our retro arcade game.
Being pregnant and finding out you have cancer. I'm Robin, and that was me. But my oncologist, orthopedic surgeon, and high-risk obstetrician at Northwestern Memorial Hospital created the safest chemotherapy plan, so I didn't have to choose between my life and my baby's.
Top ranked in Illinois for obstetrics and gynecology by U.S. News and World Report, Robin's team collaborated to deliver a healthy baby and mother, performing a C-section then cancer removal the same day. Northwestern Medicine. Better.
For over 60 years, Fitzgerald Equipment has kept Illinois and Wisconsin moving with forklifts, rentals, and expert service featuring Heli forklifts built to go the distance. Visit FitzgeraldEquipment.com. Trusted equipment powered by Heli. Fitzgerald Equipment. Material handling handled. Proud partner of Cubs Radio.
Hey, Pat, did you know Catch Des Moines has a bunch of videos and lists called The Best that highlight all the local favorites around town?
Yep, I'm looking at some right now. Best tenderloins, hidden gems, steak de Burgo, and spoiler alert, two of our favorites. The iCubs and State Fair made the best family fun list.
With all that stuff to do, I'm going to need to find a best place to take a nap.
Hopefully someplace soundproof to cover up your snoring.
You know what else they say in Des Moines? Only the S's are silent.
Plan your trip at CatchDesMoines.com.
You'll score big with everyday deals at Suits 2020 in Niles. From men's suits and formal wear to sports and casual wear, 2020. We're more than just amazing suits.
Suit up this season at MLBshop.com. Check out the largest selection of authentic jerseys, caps, hoodies, t-shirts, and more. Visit MLBshop.com for your Chicago Cubs gear and today's special offer. The Braves have a new man on the mound. Hard-throwing right-hander Raisel Iglesias takes over. Pete Crow Armstrong at the plate. And PCA takes a fastball up high, 1-0 the count. Cubs with a 3-2 lead over the Braves here in the top half of the ninth inning. The pitch. In the dirt, 2-0.
Now Cubs with a one-run lead. Boy, you'd really like to see the Cubs get a run here in this top of the ninth inning just to help the bullpen out a little bit. Give them a little more breathing room down there.
Crow Armstrong waits for the 2-0. It's high and off the outside. 3-0 the count now. PCA's 0 for 3 tonight.
One way to do it, let him walk. You know he'll be stealing second.
Iglesias steals. Up high, ball 4. Now the Cubs get the walk you requested, Coombe. PCA heads to first. And Iglesias has this high leg kick. And PCA is always a threat to go. It's got 34 stolen bases on the year. Nico Horner digs in. No one out. Top 9. Cubs with a 3-2 lead. Throw to first. And PCA gets back standing up. Horner with 3 hits tonight. Long set. The pitch. That's a called strike. Fastball. Down the middle. Top of the zone.
Yeah, no leg kick there. That's a slide step with Pete Crow Armstrong at first, so it's going to make it very tough for Pete to try to steal.
The pitch. A bouncing ball, a hit to short, fielded by Kim to second for 1, and that's all they'll get. The throw was low to Albies, the second baseman. Crow Armstrong came in hard with a feet-first slide, so there was no throw made to first. 1 down. Nico Horner at first. Is Albies okay?
Yeah, I think he got spiked a little bit. Pete went in hard, trying to just beat the throw. At second, Albies' foot's still on the bag, and I think when Pete went into the bag, probably just caught his foot. Yep, that's exactly what he did. That's just one of those things that happens.
Nico goes. The pitch, a called strike. Throw to second. Tag applied in time by Kim, and Nico is caught stealing 2-6.
Well, I told you that's the thing about Iglesias. He doesn't have the high leg kick. He slide steps, and he gets Nico by a step and a half at second. When he throws without runners on, he has the high leg kick. When he does have runners on, he slide steps, and he threw Nico out. Nico with a couple stolen bags down tonight.
Excellent throw by Baldwin. So 2 away. And Ian Happ swings and misses at a changeup. He's in the hole 0-2. Iglesias steals, and Happ lines one for a base hit in a right center field. So after striking out his first 4 times up, Happ gets a single to right center.
Well, Ian, he was ready to see Sale get out of the game, that's for sure. Can't say I blame him. I understand. Sale's done that to a lot of really good big league players.
And so now Seiya Suzuki digs in. Here's the pitch. Low and outside. 1-0. Cubs 3, Braves 2. 2 away. Here in the top of the ninth. Happ at first. The pitch is a called strike, a fastball right down the middle from Iglesias. Stay tuned for the Verizon Cubs radio postgame show. The pitch is low. So 2-1 the count. Judson Richards, we thank him for the job he's done throughout the series, filling in for me as I fill in for Pat. And Judson will have the Verizon Cubs radio postgame show immediately following tonight's game. The 2-1. That one's a called strike. Sinking fastball on the inside edge. Near the bottom of the zone. Olsen holding on, Happ at first. A long set by Iglesias, the 2-2. Up high, full count. Now with a full count, Olsen drops back behind Happ, who goes the pitch, line drive, base hit to left. Happ on his way to third base. He'll get there as the throw goes to second, and the Cubs have men at the corners with 2 away here in the ninth, and Carson Kelly due up.
A little breaking ball for Iglesias. Maybe not. Yeah, it's a split finger, I think. And Suzuki hits this ball off the end of the bat, but hits it right in the hole between short and third. Ian going on the pitch easily goes first to third. Now the Cubs need a big 2-out hit from Carson Kelly.
Kelly with 2 hits tonight, including a solo home run off Chris Sale in the fourth that tied the game up at 1. Cubs with a 3-2 lead here in the ninth. The pitch off the outside with a fastball, 1-0. Cub fans here at Truist Park starting to make some noise. The pitch outside, ball 2 to Kelly.
See, now here's where Seiya could steal second base. In this situation, Iglesias doesn't care what Suzuki does. They're not going to throw through. He's just trying to get the hitter out.
Kelly swings and misses. A fastball, 2-1. Cubs first base coach Jose Javier having a conversation with Seiya at first. Olsen holding him on. Suzuki extends his lead off the bag. Happ at third. Kelly at the plate. The 2-1. Fly ball hit to medium range right. Acuna's there and makes the catch for out number 3. Cubs leave 2, and as our good friend Pat would say, fasten those seatbelts as we head to the last of the ninth in Atlanta. The Cubs 3 and the Braves 2 on the score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Take the Cubs with you in the Chicagoland area on the free Odyssey app. We are the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hi, it's Lou Manfredini for the Gilkey Window Company. I've been talking about these windows for 25 years. The Gilkey family has been making these windows for 45 years. They make, in my opinion, the best windows and doors you could put in your home. I put them in my home. You can do the same now during their summer special. Get $375 off each window, $1,000 off their really nice patio doors with no money down. Call 888-3-GILKEY. That's 888-3-GILKEY or visit Gilkey.com.
Hey, folks, Coom here. Since teaming up with the fine folks at Yuengling Beer, I've heard this question a lot. Ron, how has Yuengling managed to be around for 196 years? Well, it comes down to one thing. They brew great beer. Simple as that. It takes real quality to become the oldest brewery in America, and Yuengling's been doing it right since 1829. Whether it's traditional lager, light lager, Flight by Yuengling, they all have the same commitment to flavor and craftsmanship. Yuengling, the oldest brewery in America. Official beer of the Cubs Radio Network, DG Yingling & Sons, Pottsville, PA. Hey, baseball fans, now at Verizon, they are knocking it out of the park with low prices. Locked in for 3 years guaranteed on my plan. Get a single line for a low price of just $50 a month when you switch and bring your phone on unlimited welcome with auto pay plus taxes and fees. Only on a network you can count on. Slide into your local Chicago Verizon store today.
$20 monthly promo credits applied over 36 months with a new line on unlimited welcome. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Price guarantee applies to then current base monthly rates. Additional terms and conditions apply.
Dear Autumn, fall into great value in a new Toyota, like the tough as nails Tacoma, the sleek all-hybrid Camry, or the versatile RAV4. Find yours today. Toyota, let's go places.
Bottom 9, Cubs 3, Braves 2 here in Atlanta. The 9th inning is brought to you by Bosch Power Tools. The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a Bosch. Andrew Kittredge on the mound now to try and close this one out. Ha-Seong Kim at the plate. Righty-righty matchup, and the pitch is a called strike. Sinking fastball right at the bottom of the zone, 0-1. Kittredge deals. The next pitch is swung on and missed. Kim in the hole, 0-2.
Couple good pitches from Kittredge to get ahead in the count right away. He's getting the opportunity to get the save here tonight.
The next pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Got him with the slider. Kim's retired, 1 away. Strikeouts by Cubs pitchers brought to you by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers.
Great start here in this 9th inning. That's for sure. A couple good sliders. It's copyrighted broadcast presented by the authority of Chicago Cubs. May not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Chicago Cubs.
Thank you, Coom. Well done. Ozzie Albies looks at a fastball inside, 1-0. Kittredge is 2 for 3 in save opportunities as a Cub. Here's the 1-0 delivery. That's low and inside to Albies, a switch hitter batting from the left side against the veteran right-hander Kittredge.
Catch of the game, that's sponsored by Catch Des Moines. Discover the weekend getaway in Des Moines where only the S's are silent. Find all the fun at CatchDesMoines.com.
The 2-0, foul back by Albies, 2-1. What stands out to you as the catch of the game?
I think the play by Castro down the line, that was a very nice play to end the 1 inning against Kim.
And backhand along the line, back of third. 2-1 the count on Albies. And the pitch. Albies swings, and it's a pop fly. Foul territory off to the left. Shaw giving chase, but this one's in the stands. 2-2.
And tough play of the game. We'll get that to Nico Horner on that ball you called that bad hop ground ball to end the last inning. That's sponsored by Loyola Medicine. Loyola Medicine defines tough. That was a great play. Great catch by Nico on that bad hop ground ball.
The 2-2. Pulled on the ground. Foul off to the right by Albies. They'll do it again. That started a 4-6 fielder's choice to get the Cubs out of the 8th. The 2-2. Albies dribbles it foul behind home plate. 1 down. Bottom of the 9th. Cubs 3, Braves 2. Cubs trying to leave Atlanta with a series victory. And the pitch. A one-hopper. Oh, snagged on his rear end by Santana via the backhand. Underhand toss to Kittredge, covering first. Out number 2. Excellent play.
Yeah, this ball scalded, and it's a line drive. It hits in front of Santana. And kind of that sliding backhand catch. Excellent play. Just an awesome pickup. A little bit of a high flip, but Kittredge well there in advance to make the play look pretty easy. But a great play by Santana. That's big-time play by last year's Gold Glover.
He's 39 years old, but look, 29 with his.
That's big-time play. That's a double. If that ball goes past him, that's a 2-base hit.
Now time called. Kelly, the catcher, out on the mound talking to Kittredge. Michael Harris II will stand in. Left-handed batter, 2 away. Here in the bottom of the 9th inning, Cubs with a 3-2 lead over the Braves. Coom, the toast of the game is presented by Binny's Beverage Depot. Binny's is the official champagne provider of the Chicago Cubs. Binny's Beverage Depot. If you can't find it at Binny's, it's probably not worth drinking.
Well, how about Brad Keller? How about his 8th inning coming into the ball game? It's a 1-run lead going through the top of the lineup and keeping the game right there. How about if we go with Brad today?
I like it. Michael Harris dribbles one to third, fielded by Shaw. Sidearm throw to first in time. Ball game. Cubs beat the Braves 3-2 to take the series.
Well, the Cubs, it was one of those ball games where the game didn't start out all that well for the Cubs. Sale was on a roll. Bunch of punch outs to the first 1.5 times through the lineup. And then Carson Kelly with the big swing in the bat to kind of break the ice. Cubs get Sale out of the ball game by the 6th. And then, good things happen. The Cubs grind out some runs. Very good night for Nico with 3 straight hits off Sale. And that's a big win for the Cubs tonight against Sale, who's last year's Cy Young Award winner.
Cubs take 2 of 3 in Atlanta. They improve to 83-63 now on the season and move to within 5.5 games behind first place Milwaukee in the National League Central, and they continue to hold the top wild card spot in the National League. Back with the recap when we come back. The Cubs 3, Braves 2.